glimpse at the end and totally forgetting to go shopping for the little pupper. Both party members who wanted had sudden amnesia for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Not at all.
We would have gone shopping if some motherfucker didn't steal my goddamn ring.
It was the next day, which thank you for bringing that up. After a day of leisure relaxing, waking up to the next day and trying to deal with Volmer's situation of a seed within him that has now begun to watch you all, Jack noticed that his ring was in fact no longer magical whatsoever. Infuriated by this fact, upon confronting the shopkeep and getting nowhere closer, Delmar and his stealthy means ended up tailing a man who seemed to be part of the underground and is not so shy about it, sharing some information and sharing that a man called Norvalor would be the best bet to find information on who would have done this and where they might still be. Heading to the underground and finding the underground arena, saying that a big fight was going to happen tonight where Norvalor was more likely going to be. But seeing him there already to begin with, spending the day gambling away, you conversed with him, and at the end of the day resulted that instead of gambling to earn his favor, instead you earn his favor through winning a bout tonight at the representative matches. But before that happens, Fulmer decided to play a little bit with Norvalor and upping the bet of the Hobgoblin versus the Bugbear fight, of both of them putting in 5,000 gold pieces, and a lot of the rest of the public is very pissed off that they're being the high rollers of this fight. But, with that being said, yes, Sven?
Hi. So, Volmir's not here. So
Yes.
I was wondering, even if he's gone and he loses, can we still say he won and I just give him money?
I mean, he's watching the fight, though.
He is technically watching the fight.
Yeah, but I have sneaky friend.
I don't know how this will work without a modified memory spell.
Yeah.
Fair, but he's not here to say I can't do it, so I want to ask.
He's not here as a...
We can keep up. We can keep up the bit if he's not watching right now. We can keep up with the bit that he doesn't know if he won or lost. But once we get in next session, he's gonna know 100%.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, on top of that, I was gonna have a roll-off with Volmer to see who won this fight. Does anybody else want to take that right? It's just gonna be a bunch of D20s.
I'll fucking do it.
You wanna do it for him?
Yeah. Let's just hope
Okay.
for high D20s this time, because usually they roll low and my
Okay.
wild magic goes crazy.
So.
Alright.
With the money placed down and everyone patiently or impatiently waiting for the bout to begin, as soon as the money is counted and the odds are in favor of the Bugbear still, mostly due to the fact of its arm reach, you wait for it as the announcer eventually yells off and it begins the bout. Go ahead and roll me a d20, Ashran.
Haha!
Good start.
As you watch as the Hobgoblin charges in at the Bugbear, trying to go for as quick of a slash as possible. You watch as the Bugbear just does a simple step back, and while you do manage to see that he gets nicked right on the shoulder with that, with the wide swinging arc of the Hobgoblin, you see him use that arm's reach to slash clean across the stomach, which is a deep gash even through the leather-studded armor that he has been underneath, and you see the Hobgoblin kind of stumble for a second to pick himself back up. Go ahead and roll another d20.
This is going so well, guys!
Great start.
But after that slash, you watch as the Hobgoblin almost throws out any sort of tactics, any sort of rushing whatsoever, and just goes for a full-on body tackle against the Bugbear. And while the Bugbear tries to get a second slash across, manages to nick the shoulder just a little bit, you do watch as the Hobgoblin manages to grab onto him and try to shove him into the spiked wall as much as possible. Right now, still being kind of dead set. Go ahead and roll another one, Ashran. But you watch as the hobgoblin himself, while trying to go with just pure momentum, ends up getting the tables turned on him as the bugbear shifts the weight and manages to turn him around. And while the bugbear manages to keep himself from getting pierced too badly in the back, most of the armor being able to keep him from getting stabbed through the entire body, you still see a couple of the spikes manage to stick through him, one in the back and one in the thigh just a little bit as he's trying to fight back and trying to get some kind of leverage going as the bugbear is holding it. Go ahead and roll another d20 for me. This could be the decider. Both high rolls. As you watch as the bugbear manages to kind of keep shoving him down, you see the hobgoblin almost surging with whatever bit of adrenaline he has left inside of him to push himself off the spikes and start to force himself back against the bugbear. Manages to kind of start rearing his head back to go for a headbutt as they both clash together, and you kind of see that this is now just a bout of constitution. The hobgoblin is fighting to stand. One last d20, Ashton. As you watch this all go down, you watch as this borderline struggle, them locked on together, goes for about 5 or so seconds before you watch as the hobgoblin gets thrown onto the ground and the bugbear goes to swing right down at him, but the hobgoblin manages to raise his axe to block, slitting right into the wrist as you see the blade dig in about an inch or so into there. But even so, you see the grit of the bugbear kind of follow through as he raises his second hand and manages to take the axe to the side, digging it into the hobgoblin's waist, where unfortunately he did not roll good enough to stand back up. As you watch as the grip on the axe just kind of goes limper and limper, and at the end of the day, you watch as the bugbear kind of claims victory and the hobgoblin trying to get himself to stand back up, but the announcer unfortunately calls it right there. The hobgoblin cannot stand and loses this fight. And with that, you hear a massive roar of applause, and you see Norvalor kind of like standing nearby you guys, having made the bet with Volmer. It's kind of like just golf clapping a little bit, and he just kind of looks at Volmer, who's not exactly all too happy in the result of this, and he just kind of goes like, well, you can't win all of them. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. Have you all decided on who's gonna be fighting tonight, or would you like to spend some time before that, ruminating on the results? As you guys start watching the hobgoblin start to get like dragged away, and you see him kind of like still struggling, like he still claimed like, oh, I can still fight, I can finish this, and I was like, yeah, buddy, like get some rest. You lost this. It's a good fight.
Okay.
So it's on you guys to decide right now, or if you want to take the rest of the afternoon, because he does say the fight is tonight. You still have time.
Probably wait.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine by me. Well then, just come by at sundown and everything will be all ready. I'm counting on you. You're my money makers. And of course, information's on the line, but who really cares about that? But as he starts to make his way into the crowd, he starts making more bets on the next bout that's about to happen, as you guys have the afternoon to think on, prepare, and ruminate as to what it is you're going to do.
So what's our strategy?
Kill him.
Well, I'm going in, of course.
What was that, DM?
I'm going in, of course, Volmer.
Okay.
Fair.
Me too. They want a
Yeah.
show? I'll give them a fucking show. I mean, at this point in time, we could all go in.
Or
Or
why not?
small arena, but Ashram can ride me.
Why?
Was it necessary?
Yes! Yes, it was!
Thatcher just turns off the camera.
Fully intentional.
Assumed so, yeah.
Oh, shit. I mean, technically, so could Delmar. I mean, since he's always in range. What do you think about throwing daggers from a giant ape's back?
Sure.
At least that would free up some room for us in the arena.
Yeah. At 10 feet, they could potentially hold someone with the tattoo and just let you go ape wild.
You're thinking telekinesis? Just pull him towards Jack and he can squish him?
Mm-hmm. Possibility.
I don't have telekinesis. I have a tattoo, so.
She has telekinesis.
I have telekinesis.
Oh, gotcha.
Or, you know, you could beat a motherfucker with a motherfucker.
I could do that. I could slam them into the spiked walls.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this soundtrack, KTK? All I can hear is fucking fireworks going woo!
Yeah.
Driving me nuts!
I can turn it down.
A little bit, yeah, that'd be
You should
good.
turn it up, actually.
I mean, you can turn.
Well,
Let's
my
go.
friend.
It's boring,
Nah,
it can
fuck
go.
it.
Bass boost it.
Oh god, I wish I could do that.
Does anyone not want to fight?
Can we leave Misha out of it?
Yeah, that's true.
You just see her just
Shit.
sitting, just kind of her tail wagging, looking all back and forth, kind of confused as to actually what the conversation's going on about.
Do we
I
bring
love
her
her.
with us, or do we leave her alone in the hotel?
A hotel would probably be best because I don't trust them with her.
So should we go find her some activities to keep her busy in the hotel later?
Probably. She can also play with Frankie, too.
Do we really want
I
to?
don't want to leave Frankie unattended.
Well,
She can learn it's not unattended if she's with
No.
so hold on. The other thing is, do we really want to leave those two alone in a hotel that allows people to come in and steal shit from people?
Yeah.
Someone might steal
Oh,
Frankie.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Secure hotel, I suppose.
I'm gonna burn that fucking hotel to the ground. Is what I'm gonna do.
I mean, it was a nice hotel.
Not anymore.
That's fair. We probably should stay somewhere else.
So, with that being said, we should probably keep Misha with us, which means someone probably needs to sit out and babysit.
I mean, I guess I could.
So, for the sake of the session, should that be Volmer? Since he's like, the player isn't here?
I mean, it would make. It doesn't make sense story-wise for Volmer to
Yeah.
sit out. He would go in and fight. It makes more sense for
Yeah.
me to sit out because it is a very small arena.
You don't want to ride Jack in front of all these people, Ash?
I mean-
I'm just gonna. You know what? I might as well just go and sit out the whole session. I'll see you guys later. Okay?
No. I'm gonna give Fanoa a high five.
Fuck you guys.
That's the point.
Yeah. Yep. This is what you get for being gone for a week.
I am questioning all of my life choices.
You should turn the camera back on.
I did.
It is.
Not for me, it's not.
Sometimes when people turn their cameras off, it will like have their camera blocked on your end for some reason. I've had to,
Interesting.
yeah, like it's done that a lot for me. Like
Interesting.
especially when Dalmar and Fanoa do it,
Okay.
I have to like unclick the block button.
Oh yeah, they fixed it. Interesting.
Weird.
Yep.
Weird. But
Yeah.
in either case scenario, y'all have an afternoon to spend. Is there anything you guys want to do in that time?
Misha shopping?
Yeah!
Yeah, you could go Misha shopping. So, as you guys begin to filter out into the city itself, and you start looking for things to shop, obviously you have to ask Misha to turn back into her humanoid form to become that. You need a beauty replacement. Look, she's adorable, she's pretty, and she can be dressed up like a little doll.
Jack's gonna stay down there.
Okay. So
And
you just stay down there just watching the bouts and the area itself?
no, he's gonna be wandering around, listening, trying to possibly gather information on who might have done a job last night that involves stealing from people at the hotel.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check. 20. So, while the others are going about shopping and dressing up Misha like their personal little doll, as you go walking around and kind of listening out and hearing things all around, there are a mess of conversations all about taking jobs, either the night before or the night prior, where it is just no one here is ashamed of going on about the things that they took, the things that they possibly like grabbed, and how either easy or how difficult they were, including a couple of them talking about how they bribed the inns, how they bribed the buildings, how they bribed the guards. It's just a mess of just no one here dares like cover up what they did. However, when you ask actual details from them, most of them stay extremely vague. Like if you ask them like, "Oh, what kind of inn like was this guy about? What kind of like what kind of like job was this?" They kind of just go like, "I mean, it was a job." Like
Jack's gonna be subtle about it. Like it isn't his first rodeo. Like
Yeah.
you know.
But even then, it's like all these people are the same thing. It's not their first rodeo where they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're asking for specifics here." Like, we're holding information, and even you can easily tell, even with your passive perception of 16, mostly because they're not even bothered trying to hide it. It's just the fact that everyone here almost has like this honor among thieves agreement that we all know we're all fucking pieces of shit, but we're not gonna sell each other out unless it's in our interest, sort of deal.
How about my passive perception?
I would say it'd have to
Anything-
go with investigation. Because you're actually trying to, like, research, like, trying to look for information here. Unless you want to go with passive perception, which could give you maybe a little more. Who knows?
Basically, Dalmar's approach at the moment is to just listen in on conversations and just sort of
Okay.
peruse through the through the crowd and try to catch, basically trying to get lucky and find relevant info.
You know what? Just go ahead and roll me a d20. Just a d20. No modifier, just a d20. Just curious.
Sweet.
$13. As you're walking around and occasionally kind of like drift see Jack here and there are occasions that, as said prior, there's just a lot of talk of just these open jobs and whatnot. And amongst all of them, you do eventually hear one thing in particular that does catch your interest, mostly due to the fact that it sounds so familiar, that apparently word's gotten around that the Pixies got into some trouble again. But you start hearing those words, and with your passive insight, you take note that they're not talking about Pixie as a person, they're talking about Pixie as the place. The magic shop. Seems like word's already gotten around that someone is looking into the shop itself. As for what reason, a little bit harder to tell. But it seems like they're on alert that someone, they haven't named who, is alerted about the Pixie right now.
Are comms still up?
Yes, I believe you rolled a 5?
6.
5 or 6. It was 1 to 2. Either way, yes, they are still up. They're up until late in the afternoon, essentially speaking.
I will pass this information on.
Okay. Ashrin and Finoa, how are you two beautifying your new druid, your replacement druid?
She's not a replacement.
Well, I didn't figure we were beautifying her. I figured we'd just get her some clothes that weren't held together by vines and shoes that weren't leaves. I don't know what she's wearing.
Didn't
She's
she
wearing
want a
kind of like
harp,
these
too?
makeshift sandals that are basically carved out of wood, very basically.
Yeah, no, I figured we'd get her some decent clothes.
Okay. I would say if you want just like standard decent clothes, you're looking at somewhere in the range of 5 or 6 gold pieces. Let's go
We'll
with 5.
definitely ask her taste and see if she wants to pick out something pretty.
Yeah.
She is pretty much convinced with almost anything in the room. Like every single bright color, every single little frill. She's like, "Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, that looks so cute. Oh, this is so soft. Like, oh, this must be made of rabbits. Oh, they're always so soft when you chew them."
Oh my god. I love our little psycho.
Oh dear God.
But I'm imagining Finoa,
We're
you're
gonna be
paying, given her.
heartbroken when she
Yeah.
dies.
She's not gonna die. You shut your mouth.
I'm gonna have whoever's in the outfield just gonna throw her into the arena. Get
You
squished
shut your
instantly.
mouth. You shut it.
I-
Go ahead and mark off 6 gold pieces, Finoa,
Oh.
for.
Did she want the? She wanted the harp thing, right? I think it was a harp.
Oh yeah, we were gonna
From
get
the-
her
She
an
did want an
instrumental
instrumental
instrument.
harp. Yeah, she
Yeah.
wanted to learn how to play one.
We were gonna get her an instrument.
Yeah. Can we
Do you
hear
want a children's harp or a proper harp? What are you looking at here?
children's for the time being?
Okay. So it's smaller in size and definitely doesn't have like the quality of string that would go with a much more well-tuned harp. But at the very least, it is a beginner's harp, to say the least. That'll only run you at 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
So 16 altogether?
Also, totally random question.
Mhm.
Do we want to get a custom-made backpack that fits on the wolf?
What are we turning her into a pack
Yes.
mule?
No, so she can carry all of her little trinkets and cool stuff in there.
We need that.
But also convertible so that she can wear it as a human too. I don't know.
That's on you guys. We're not
It
there.
Yes. Yes.
I love that it's literally the girls are going shopping and the guys are all in the underground. Romer is just sulking, just at the arena, just arms crossed, just staring at every fight, being like, "Could have gotten that 5,000. Could have."
I feel really bad that I rolled like shit.
That's funny as
It's
hell.
okay.
That,
You
that
know-
Starve and that one really put the hobgoblin down.
You know, it really sucks because we could have had fun here at the underground and actually explore, because that's the best place to shop. But no. Dalmar and I gotta do fucking investigating bullshit.
But while you two are ruminating on this option of maybe not to get a backpack of sorts.
There's no maybe not. We're doing it.
Yeah, okay. Then it's a matter of searching for a place that would do custom backpack work, which is super easy thanks to Essig being able to lead you around and whatnot. Really quickly, both of you give me perception checks.
Suddenly, Misha's gone. She was stolen too.
While you're making your way to this next shop to get this custom backpack being made, Finoa, there's just this odd inkling in you. And while the skies have been not exactly dark by any say, they've been kind of murky, all things considered. You take note about one cloud just in the air for some reason just seems far darker than the rest. As you start kind of focusing on it, it's moving in the wrong direction.
Hey Yash, look at that weird ass cloud. Isn't that cool?
Do I notice that the cloud is weird now that she's pointed it out?
Now that she's pointed out, you can definitely see that it is a darker cloud, more black than the rest of the kind of grayish clouds, and it seems like it's almost rounding in the
How
area ever so faintly.
Far up is it?
Oh, it's like hundreds of feet in the air.
Oh fuck.
It's keeping its distance.
Hmm.
It.
Yeah.
Question.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's something, because that one's not moving naturally. And number two,
Does Vero have a way of knowing where we are? Or no?
not that you know of.
Damn it, okay.
Well,
We do not give Veryl that kind of capability.
Yep.
I
We
didn't
leave
think
that
so,
at
but I
our
want to
disposal.
check.
no, but Jen might.
Oh yeah, cause she's like connected to Volmir.
Yep, to Volmer.
Weird brain stuff.
Yeah.
Fen, hang out down here with Misha. I'll be back. And I'm gonna...
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna activate my cloak and I'm going to fly up towards the cloud.
Okay. Quick question: are you gonna activate this in the middle of the road, or are you gonna like kind of go to an alleyway real quick?
In an alleyway.
Okay.
I'm sure it's gonna look weird me flying out of there anyway, but whatever.
At least less out of sight. But activating the cloak and making your way up there, and you start seeing it in kind of like a small patterning formation. At some point, as you start making your way higher and higher up there, it's somewhere in the 600-foot range. You start noticing that it's this swirling mass of black clouds that, once you get within about, give or take 100 or so feet, still keeping that range that you like to keep, but enough to kind of identify what that is, you watch as those clouds disperse almost in entirety, and a much familiar sight of a Sparky the Thunderbird with Varel on the back and no one else.
Look, I was right.
Oh shit.
Jen's dead, but it's fine. She doesn't matter that much. We got Farrell back.
I'm gonna...
But more importantly, we have
Sparky,
Sparky.
Let me land on them?
You don't know, but you do see now that you've approached, you almost see like this focused gaze upon you, bumped Sparky, and Varel riding atop on the back.
I am going to approach.
You just see Sparky just keeping pace. As Varel, you're not sure where you are. All you know is that Sparky has been flying for days, maybe? And that amulet that you have around your neck, which goes from that vibrant, glowing vibration, kind of starts to just peter off as soon as you catch sight of Ashton starting to float towards you.
Oh. Girl's gonna wave at Ashton.
Hi. As I shout, because we're way up high in the air. I'm gonna look down and see if there's a space that's less conspicuous for the giant, bird
Make a
to
perception
land.
check.
Can I also make a perception?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check as well, Volmer. Or Varel. God damn it, you guys are talking about Volmer!
Sorry, I need to know how to respond.
As the
Volmer
both of you
stays in the dark.
Volmer stays in the dark. As you guys are looking at the ground, you start to notice specifically why it is that Sparky seems to be making this odd looping formations, because there really is like almost no space for Sparky to land without being in the middle of the road, which probably will come with a lot of issues.
Can we... Does Sparky listen to you, Varel?
Actually, yeah, I was just about to ask that. Is there any way I can speak with animals with Sparky? And
He speaks
Whatever.
Sylvan.
I don't
He
speak.
does.
I was gonna say, I do not believe you have any way, because Sparky does not respond to speak with animals.
Oh. And
Sparky
I
is
don't
not
speak
classified as a beast.
mm,
So it literally just became a point of, Sparky's just been
Wait.
taking you somewhere.
can it like understand common? we
You've
know that?
seen Sparky respond to common from Jen, and occasionally when you try to get these little bit of actions out of Sparky, he seems to understand to a minimal extent.
Okay. So I think what I want to do, I'm gonna try talking to Sparky. Be like, you can drop me off somewhere with Ashrin. I want you
I
to
can
go
just
back.
fly you down if you want to send him
Or
somewhere.
like, if anything, I want to send Sparky back to go deal with Jen. So,
No, let's
You
keep-
want to send Sparky back?
because wait, refreshing myself.
Yeah, I recommend rereading that, because there's a little bit of things there.
could have a new friend. Let's keep Sparky.
Collecting all the pets. But where would Sparky go?
Anywhere the fuck he wants to. He's a giant thunderbird.
Yeah, he'd go on adventures, Vero. God.
Me as a player, like, I really want Sparky.
I mean, hold on.
He's a fucking thunderbird.
Yeah, it's
I
fucking
thought we
Zapdos.
read all this.
I love that. To Vero, all of the information that I sent is a blur, but also to Vero, the player, it is also a blur.
It works out. Okay, all I know. Okay. I want to keep the bird as like outside of a player, but like in character, I'm like, Okay.
I mean, you're also aware of the situation, so it is your choice to send Sparky back, send Sparky somewhere, see if you even listen at all.
I guess for now we can just try finding a spot, and then just catch up with Ashton, so we're not like in the air yelling at each other. I'll just yell at Ashton. I'll follow you. I don't know this place.
Okay. Is there a place slightly outside of town?
There's several places you could possibly land. There's
That
kind of
is still
niche
close
corners,
enough that
but
we
yes.
can get back to Fanoa and Misha pretty quickly.
For Scaff? Yeah, there's one section right between the between the hay hall and the cheese orchard. There is a section there that's kind of emptier than most places. And Essig, again, having your little tour guide for the fucking city,
Yep.
will be able to tell you, like, there's just one empty little section right here that is just a piece of wall.
Okay, so we're gonna go land there, and
As Fen, you just watch as these two little dots in the sky just...
quickly make our way back to Fen as fast as possible.
I say, you do
Well,
have
you guys-
comms up, so you can at least talk to Fen
yeah.
and Misha, through comms.
I'm gonna let Fen and Misha know, and everybody else.
Everybody else...
Veryl's here. Veryl's here.
Oh.
Fen, we're gonna go land outside of town, and then we'll meet you.
Oh hell yeah! Where are we meeting?
Just
I'm
stay
friend.
where you are.
We brought another pet. Except I'm not in comms, but
You see Misha kind of like, even though she's in her humanoid form, kind of on instinct, just plops on the ground. Just sits.
Oh god, the dog knows.
And
stay.
you instantly see like so many eyes just like look so confused at why a little girl just fucking just plopped her butt down in the middle of the street.
Well, we were on our way to go to a place to get the bag, right?
Yes.
And Essig would have told us where it was.
He would have given you directions. He doesn't know the exact place, but he knows where
Okay,
the place
so
that's custom works.
Then follow the directions Essig gave you, and I'll meet you at the bag place.
Can I see if I remember the directions?
Oh no.
Make me an intelligence check. I wasn't gonna do it, but you asked.
Because realistically,
You remember them enough. Not detail to detail, but enough that it's like, okay, I know where I'm going. I didn't want to say it either.
you should.
I should have. But, in either case scenario, taking Ashrin, you and Sparky fly over to this little absent section of the wall where it's far enough away from a lot of the buildings that even if someone were to see you, they either probably wouldn't notice the exact landing port or they don't really fully care with the distance itself. And as you both are able to land, you do watch as Sparky just kind of lowers himself down enough for Veil to slide off nice and easily.
okay.
And then he just stays there, just watching the both of you.
So, what do you guys have going on here since I left?
Well. when did Beryl leave?
Just before y'all went to
Yeah, just before you
the
guys
tomb.
reported.
Just before we went to. Was it before or after we realized that the thing had been stolen from,
Just before. It was literally right before.
Okay. So. Well. We went to go visit my Medusa friend. Remember her?
Oh yeah.
Turns out she had a piece of the bow that she was guarding. And Estig's body stole it.
What?
And so we've been tracking him down. This is his hometown.
Oh.
We don't know if he's here. Let's see what else. Fucking check the notes, man. Where are the notes?
He goes to a cliff notes and just force Beryl to read the summaries.
Yeah, I could do that. Where? Oh my god.
So Noah, I'm not in comms. Oh,
That's
never mind.
why I said ask.
Yeah, I'm supposed to ask. I assume that we're gonna get caught up on the way there. And I catch Beryl up, and I'm definitely gonna ask Beryl if shit is normal, if they got their magic cancer cured, and where the fuck is Jen?
So you're just leaving Sparky, just walking away from Sparky?
I don't know what to do with Sparky. He's a
Because he's just dead set just looking at whoever's
him.
talking at the moment.
Sparky, would you like to come with us? For now.
I don't think we should walk a giant fucking Thunderbird through the streets.
Well,
Did Jen tell you what to do with her bird?
Sparky, do you know how to get back to Jen? If it's able to respond.
Sparky.
Make an animal handling check.
Animal handling?
Make an animal handling.
I really wish Jack was up there because Jack speaks Sylvan.
You just see Sparky just staring at you. Cocks his head just.
Jack, maybe
Really?
you should go up there.
Start walking away, see if Sparky follows.
Starts following you.
Okay, so I guess
He's
we're gonna
our now. He's our bird now.
following him. It can defend itself, right?
Jack, I think we all should reconvene at this point.
Yeah, because I was like, Ash, I think it might be better to just. Because I don't know this town well enough to know if it's a good idea to.
Okay, yeah,
I don't
if
really
you guys could head up here, that'd be great, and I'm gonna let them know exactly where we are. And,
Yeah.
Fen, if you want to bring Misha, we might have shit we have to discuss.
Do I go get the bag first, or you want me to go right over? Because the bag feels like a
Just
priority.
come over, the bag's not a priority. It's fine.
I think it is.
That's so
Nice.
fitting for Jack.
This was my role to see if Jack listened or not.
Yep.
He listened to Ashford.
Was
The
Jack a good
power-
boy?
The power of boner speaks louder than the power of vengeance.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I
He
know,
listens
you
to
kinda like
Ashford
these
on a 69.
gentle pets to Sparky. You get that same sensation you've been feeling all this time, where this like slight little electrical current that just travels through your hand, but it seemingly lets you. But as each of you are back in den, given directions towards this empty patch of wall just off of the hay hall and the cheese orchard, as you each reconvene among where Sparky's just calmly sitting there, but keeps like just dead eyeing at Veril or Ashton. Whoever makes the noise the most recent, just seems like they are attentive at what's going on.
Well, welcome back.
Also,
Farrell.
this is a good point to bring up because Veryl just asked it. As you all reconvene, I should have said this with you, Ashrin. Each of you seeing Veryl for the first time in about a week and a half, I believe. It's been just a little. No, just
2
just about,
weeks.
just under, give or take. Yeah, 2 weeks. As you kind of take in the visits of Veryl after all this time. Where Veryl began with strands of white, now it's strands of brown.
So it's changing back.
No, it's more white than brown now.
Yep.
The brown are the strands now. The white is the color at this point.
Is that
That's lovely.
did they cure your magic cancer? What's happening?
So, it's long story short. We tried to do that. I was given a few potions to remember in the moment, and I can't quite remember what exactly happened because it's already kind of blurry, but seemingly no. But I there's might be a way, but there might be a way, but it's kind of complicated. Is everyone here?
Yes. At that point, everybody would be there, including Volmar, who's just crossed arms, pouting about his 5,000 gold.
So, wait, KTK, how much do I remember of what Jen told?
It's a majority of it. A lot of it is kind of a partial blur, but for the majority's sake, it is all there. It's just kind of like, there's kind of like intermingled words here and that kind of like buzz out, but for the most part, Veryl is still aware of a lot of what Jen talked about.
So I'm gonna add Veryl
Okay.
and Sparky, actually, to comms.
Okay.
Because Sparky
Wait.
speaks a language. We've established that. That was because I watched Jack speak something weird to
Yep.
the big Electro Birdie thing. So,
So Sparky is
Can I
able
pet
to be included.
Sparky?
You can. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me real quick. 14. I believe that's a fail.
It's worth it for
It is
birth.
a fail. As you go and you place your hand on Sparky, even though you like, knowing you just grit through the pain to get those pets in because it's so worth it. You feel the electric surge go through your arm and you take 6 points of lightning damage.
Oh,
And you do see the faint arc like jump to her hand just as she's getting close enough. But even so, Finoa, just being Finoa, just goes and keeps on petting the floof. And he is exceptionally soft, all things considered.
it's a fluffy
Ooh,
baby.
11 hours. Yikes.
Yeah,
No
I
clothes
knew
for
that
tonight,
was a-
apparently.
I knew that was a chance, but
That was
It's
a
okay.
risk.
I'm gonna.
So,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, continue.
I was just gonna say in Sylvan. I was gonna say to Sparky, "May I?" And I hold out my hand.
Make an animal handling check. I would say with advantage since, yeah, you have Sylvan.
Damn.
And you do see him kind of like look at your hand for a brief moment. Then he just kind of like lowers his beak to just ever so faintly lay on your hand.
Just gonna kind of give him a little side of the head scritches.
And you feel that buzzing electricity surge every time your hand like goes on top of him.
I'm gonna pull
But
out
it's
like
not damaging.
I'm pull out like a ration and feed him if he wants it.
And he scarfs it down, like within 1 or 2 bites, just bites it, throws it up, and just down it goes.
Okay, he's hungry. Let's say
Fair.
that out loud.
Well, remember, Sparky's on comms now.
He is.
can we talk to Sparky
You can.
over comms?
You can. Dalmar has tried this before. And succeeded. It's just a matter that Sparky doesn't seem to speak so much as send messages more than anything.
Oh yeah, just pictures and shit, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, Vero, where is Jen?
So we hold on. I think I forgot, but
Oh God.
I just want to know where Jen is.
Alright.
in the frigid north, in the frigid north somewhere. We had traveled looking for a place supposedly that holds the key to whatever is going on with us. Something had happened, and Jen sent Sparky to me, basically sacrificed herself so that I could get out. I'm not too sure how Jen is doing. Since then, we've been flying for a while.
So Sparky is ours now.
You see Sparky just eyes like just dart to you, and you just
And Jen is not my sister. I want to make that clear.
We never
But,
did we say she was your sister?
Girlfriend?
Yeah, it was girlfriend.
It was a girlfriend, but then you guys were like sister because of the whole brother thing.
yeah. She made a comment that she would take care
Right.
of Vero like a brother.
No, just childhood
Did
friend.
Vero get friend zoned?
Jesus. Okay. So
But
what, like, do you not remember what happened to her specifically?
we were trying to get to this place. It was very very cold, but something had popped out in front of us, and um, I'm trying. I swear I read over this like 5 times and I forget left and right. Yeah, basically just something jumped out at us. I don't really know. It all happened really really fast.
So Jen is dead?
Don't know.
I can try to see if I can connect to her.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
If Fulmer gets this now of all fucking
I'm gonna
times.
laugh so fucking hard.
Nope.
Of course not.
I'm worrying too much of my cold.
Weird question. Is there any way I could?
Not that you can think of.
Jack,
Okay.
Hmm.
can you do
Yeah,
it?
she didn't give you anything, and
Um.
Because
I
remember, she was one of the people who showed up when it showed you who had pieces of the bow.
you also do have the
now
Scry.
have-
Scry will just let her
The
see it.
scry orb.
we already used it for the day.
Tempted it, yeah.
No, no, no. You said we got a connection.
No, I'm just saying is that like you don't. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ashton, sorry, I blanked. My
Yeah.
bad.
So I've never connected the way Volmer connected before.
Right.
I mean, I could try. I'll pull out the
Worth a shot.
bowstring and kind of hold on to it and focus on Jen.
Kind of like with a lot of other things, it's just too small of a piece.
Yep.
You need more.
Yeah. It's not enough.
Okay, let's try it. See if my spirit guide can help.
So what are you trying here exactly?
Connecting to my Kalashtar spirit and seeing
Okay.
if the spirit has any way of helping us or determining Jen's fate.
You get a mental reaction, almost intrigue, of inconclusive nature, but of curiosity of its own. And you almost feel like in your own mind there's this swirling mass of information gathering, like it's trying to see what it can discover as well. And there's almost this sharp twang that almost feels like you just got struck with a needle right through your skull. Painful, but it's not actually damaging. And you get a minor bit of apology in that sense. But you do also get that that was a good sign.
Okay. And while I have this connection, while it's up, is there any piece of advice pertaining to anything that my Clash Star spirit wishes to communicate to me at this time?
Well, I've got you here. You got anything to say, buddy?
While you're on the phone here, before you hang up on me.
What the fuck?
Um,
Listen here, you little shit.
kind of responds with a, that's too broad of an inquiry. Like, he needs more to rely on than that.
Okay. What about Jack's ring?
That is not something he seems to be capable of.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. What do we do about the magic cancer and the seed inside of Volner?
Wait, who are you asking?
His
Right.
Kalashtar spirit.
Oh, okay.
He's
His
talking.
brain
Unknown.
friend. You gotta get yourself one of those.
Unknown, but maybe you could learn more among your people.
Or which one?
Or both of them.
Both of them, okay. All of this
So that-
information I'll be relaying to the group.
Mhm.
That's what my guide has been saying.
Xal'Mel's spirit just reminds me of like some college kid's mom. Like, why don't you ever come home to visit?
Wow.
For me, it reminds me of a fucking magic 8-ball. Future unclear. Please try
Maybe.
again later.
Okay, try again. Try again. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for nothing.
Well, I'm just
Or
sitting there.
the fucking the meatball from iCarly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Not
man.
the meatball.
So while I'm sitting there, like petting and feeding Sparky, I'm gonna say over comms in Sylvan. Do you know what happened to Jen?
You get images of a large creature, something that almost looks centipede-like in nature, and amongst the snow and flur and blurriness, it becomes really hard to give any sort of like distinction as to what it was. But there wasn't just one of them, and it became so panicked that you see an image of it having a hold on Jen, and then having to grab Veril and go. And you get this sense of regret and sadness in that final image.
Oh.
Has Jack seen this creature before? Or read
Make
about
me a
it?
perception check to even try to identify what this thing is, because it's very messy in the snow. It's such a mess. Sparky does not seem to have any knowledgement to kind of clear up that nature, and with all the snow and all the chaos that seemed to have been going on in that moment, it's hard to even identify what in the world that was.
I mean, just from like the vague outline of it, you know, the centipede-like arms and stuff like that, and where it's located, has he read anything about something
Go
like that?
ahead and make me a nature check in that aspect, because you're trying to go off of environmental information.
Fucking hell. Feeling
16.
like shit tonight.
There are a couple of options that can go in there, but it's such a vague description. The snow definitely narrows it down a lot of things. Bug-like narrows it even further, but the nature of how it attacks, how it burrows, that's something that is pretty akin to a lot of things. But at least there are close options I think could possibly be.
And none of them are good.
No, absolutely none of them are good. Something that can survive burrowing through the snow and get you via ambush, that's some predatory level
Sounds
shit
like
there.
some creepy ass bullshit that I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with.
And there was multiple of them, and they already had a hold of Jen.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's probably dead.
No.
Well,
Okay.
with Dalmar's ping, it's supposedly good news.
Good news in whose perspective, though.
Yeah, exactly. Good news, everybody.
But
Good news!
there's 3 options for me, at least. Originally, we went to the Frigid North because there's supposedly this lady that can. She's
With
like an
the
all
blue
healer.
roses?
This witch lady. I don't even know. Just some castle
And
in the Frigid North.
Jen did never mention a blue rose. Never.
No, but Castle in the Frigid North with a lady
Mm-hmm.
seems very familiar.
Yep.
So that's where we were trying to go until, that happened. But Jen did try to urge me to collect all the artifacts so that Mother could hear us or help
Heal.
us. Heal us.
Ah, okay. Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
It was a last effort that if y'all
Yeah.
failed in your mission, then all that's left to do is collect the artifacts and Mother will heal the both of you.
So there was that, and then I was able to confirm the place that I was originally thinking is where I lived, and though I don't know if I can pinpoint the exact location where I think I know how or where I got it. It's just a matter of finding it there. So that's somewhat of all of I have right now. Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, as much as we all love you, Beryl, I don't think that bringing Mother back is the best idea.
Yeah, no, I think it was just worth to bring up, though.
Yeah, she
You know,
will.
My
destroy-
guides did say that my people might be able to help.
What?
Since you've been gone, I have successfully contacted my Kalashtar spirit. I've been disconnected for too long. And it has been guiding me to head back to my people.
Oh.
Thinks that they can help.
Interesting point. Fen, as you guys have kind of like been conversating about this, and in this moment you kind of like go like, oh, let's see if Misha and Sparky are going along. Did you note that Misha's been giving off these very faint growls and yips a little bit towards Sparky, and it seems like Sparky, while not audibly responding, seems to be like occasionally glancing towards her. Opens like the beak just a little bit together with like this very quiet chirp. It seems like this back and forth is kind of just going kind of silently between them.
Can I give her pet pets?
So, who's this? Hello.
This is our child. We love her. We've adopted her.
I'm your child now?
You've always your baby.
I'm 17.
Beryl, this is
A
Misha.
baby.
She's like a druid, but she's a wolf who can turn into a human.
She's a reverse
Yeah.
druid.
Oh. Well, I'm
Fuck.
Vero. Nice to meet you.
Hi. good to meet you too. And you see her like stick her hand out, like as if she was still a wolf, like palm hooked or hand hooked.
Varel's gonna awkwardly try and shake the hand.
I love her.
So, I've been hearing about all this, and I've kind of been talking with the bird a little bit.
You can talk to the bird?
You can talk to the bird?
Yeah.
What does the bird say?
Oh, he was telling me all about how you guys had to visit like some weird creepy lady, and she gave you a necklace that lets you find your place here, and it's because of that that you're always able to find the place that your heart wants to be.
Wait.
Hmm?
What? I love this so much.
Well, you guys talked about how you had no idea how we can find a person, so I was wondering if maybe the bird knew how to find the other person, the jelly person, and then you could probably find your way there.
Jelly person?
I mean, she probably had
Jen.
jelly by the time we get there.
Jen?
Oh, is it Jen? I thought it was Jell.
Jen.
Her name's
Okay,
Jill now.
Jen.
Her name is Jelly Person now.
So the amulet, is there anything going on with that at the moment?
Nope, it seems quiet. And to all of you, it just looks like just a simple stone amulet with just a silver,
And
silver
I
band
noticed
around
it.
it.
Did I notice it stopped glowing?
Yes,
When I
when
was
you
up
start to approach. Yeah,
I want to try putting it on Sparky.
you go and you start to kind of like wrap it as much as you possibly can around Sparky, and you do see that the chain itself does naturally grow to fit onto Sparky's neck. As you kind of see him, like stand resolute, and kind of like shuts his bird eyes. You start to see just like, ooh,
Oh,
ooh, just like ever so faintly.
we've been distracted from our main purpose again, guys.
It's okay.
This. Okay, time out. This reminds me too much of. Oh, forget that character from Evoset's campaign.
It's the Jack thing.
Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember offhand.
The
I'm
guy
trying
who
to
was the
remember.
antagonist who gave
Oh,
Ashrin's who gave Charlie
Yeah.
the axe.
yeah, Scaro.
Yeah.
Oh, Scaros.
Yeah, that dude. This is a very Scaros moment to me.
Yeah. Fuck.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for Noah. Let's see if
Are you gonna let me?
I have to roll a perception check to see if he catches you. Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stick roll too.
Oh.
So-
Fanoa, out of all of the fails, finally gets it.
Nat 20 tiebreaker there.
Yeah, and I gotta give it to the nat 20. It's a nat 20.
Damn.
I was this entire time in this conversation, even Volmer's kind of like been in his own world, just been like grumbling about his 5,000 gold pieces, and just for Noah, even though he's like so dead set on like how he like every single occasion he like touches his coin purse, being like it's so much lighter now. I could have won that, so close. Stupid hobgoblin. You just take that one moment where he's like he just finished patting down and he's like tapping his foot, just shaking his head, and you just slip in just your own 5,000 gold pieces, just slowly but surely, like by 200 to 300 at a time. Just every time he lifts his hand, you go whoop, whoop, whoop. Like
Can
goes
I
again.
give
pats-
him like 10,000? Like actually 15,000, so he's less suspicious when he gets back.
Sure, why not? Let's give him 10k, 15k.
Oh wait, never mind. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. I forgot for a
Just
second. I was
5K?
about to say, we're good.
Okay, 5k.
Oh no, sorry, 15. I was
Oh,
thinking.
15, okay, okay.
I'm stupid.
15,
Don't
Why,
mind me.
why 15 though?
So that way, I don't know how much reasonably he would have won, but if he has more than the 5k, when he gets back, he'll think he won, and he never has to
It was
know.
gonna be
And I'm sugar
7,500.
daddying him, so it's fine.
Oh, go ahead and mark 15,000 off of your own.
Okay. I just don't know how much he would have won, so that was just like, first
Yeah.
thing.
At a game 7,500. So you doubled it.
Yeah, you did.
Uh,
But in
So,
other case,
so wait.
you do
The
see Misha kind
amulet
of like
is
starting to.
glowing.
It's faintly, like it's just ever so faintly pulsing.
So she's not dead if it's leading the bird to her,
Correct.
right?
I mean, even, I mean that's if true. Yeah.
That's the implication. Okay, we now have way too many priorities. How do we prioritize the priorities? Okay. Where are we at with your magic cancer?
I
Like,
don't.
just restating the obvious is okay.
At the very least, in clarity for you, Varel, with what Jen's information told you, as long as you stay like in this kind of blurry state of memory, you should be good for quite some time.
As
That doesn't change that your hair is mostly white now, so it's a little scary, but
Okay.
and you do see Misha's kind of like continuing back and forth with Sparky once again. At one moment, you see kind of Sparky kind of like nip at her, kind of like she said something wrong.
okay. Honestly, if Varel's not gonna die on us, I think our priorities
yeah,
stay the same.
I should be fine for a little bit.
Okay. So, Farrell's fine. Do we go after Jen?
Why would we?
I want to try sending Sparky to Jen.
Will Sparky be okay on his own?
I'm not sure. Is there any way we can try asking that? In any way?
Nisha?
I mean, you also got Jack who can also
Yeah.
telepathically and so on.
Yeah.
Real quick though, with my like running through the possibilities of what those creatures would be, and my experience fighting Sparky, how good are his chances?
Not very.
Yeah.
Especially not in a snowstorm.
If you send Sparky back there, he's gonna die.
Also, as well as you get the idea with Sparky being sent back with Vero, there's a reason Jen didn't have them stay to
Yeah.
duke it out.
Yeah. Like, I don't know exactly what those creatures are, but judging by what all happened, if Sparky goes back, even with you, Varel, it's a losing battle.
Mhm.
Especially when there's many of them, not just one. If there's one, you might have been able to do something, but there's a reason why Jen sent both of you away.
Well, I don't want to just leave her there. She's basically the key to me figuring out all this. Although I do have a lot more information now. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, not to sound callous or anything, but she did try to kill us at one point in time.
And with the whole mother talk, I'm wondering if maybe she's not on that side of the fence.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You would get a flash of images, all of you, of when Vero put the pendant on Sparky, kind of like in reverse, kind of like take it back.
I'm gonna pull it off of his head.
Very easily, just let you do so.
Hand it over to Varel.
Oh,
I think our best bet is to deal with what we came here to deal with and then we can revisit the whole gen thing. Because this is
Mel's very hesitant about everything. I guess.
Also, in combat, seconds matter, and we are days away.
yeah.
So, in terms of what you guys got, what are we?
Well, we're dealing with two things here in town, possibly three. One being Volmer still has some seed inside of him that allows that cult group or whatever, the group we keep calling it cult,
It's a cult.
close enough, to spy on us and know exactly where we're talking about, seeing everything.
Oh, okay, that changes a lot of things.
Yeah, and we need to deal with that. We also have to deal with this entity inside of Essex's body who has the bowstring that we need to get back. And also, we bought 100,000 gold ring that someone fucking stole, and I'm gonna burn this city to the fucking ground if I can't find it. And hey, look, Sparky might actually help with that.
Okay.
Those are the three things we're dealing with right now.
Oh,
So,
also
Val!
Val!
Hello?
Hi! You weren't here when it happened. I wanted to tell you when it happened, but you weren't here, and I forgot. Frankie might be able to talk. He said some stuff in my brain. No one believed me. Volmer questioned me being crazy. It happened. I wanted to tell you because you.
No
You're
one
my
questions you
animal
being
buddy.
crazy. We know you are crazy.
Shut
It's
the
how
hell
crazy
up.
you are.
You shut up.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Girl's gonna
Around
get
that time where you
out.
see, when you see Misha kind of look at you, and goes like, "The bird is really, really hungry. He says he'll just keep following you guys. Can he do that?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
I love him.
Are there-
Sparky, what is your preferred food? What is your normal diet?
You get a flash of cows, full-grown elk, and the occasional monstrosity.
Are there any farms?
Monstrosity?
There are a couple farms, especially in the cheese orchard.
Okay. You guys. We'll be back, and I'm gonna send images of cows to Sparky, and I'm gonna hop on his back if he lets me.
Make an animal handling check.
With advantage because I'm showing him food.
No, just an animal handling check.
Can I try
Okay,
and
I'm not gonna.
use it?
I'm not gonna
Can I
jump
try
on
help?
without asking him first. And Sylvan.
He
I
does
think
not seem
advantage
to
is
want
fair.
anyone but Veril or Jen to ride him.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'll tell him you gotta walk then.
You get an image of him flying through the sky.
And then I'll send images of people like shooting stuff from the walls at him.
Images of thunderclouds.
I'm arguing with a bird.
You are.
I'm gonna
A
tell him.
semi-intelligent bird, at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him and Sylvan. One of us needs to be there, and we have to pay. And I like pull out gold coins. And I say we have to pay for the animals.
Like, he doesn't understand the concept of paying.
Oh
He's
god.
like, I grab cow, I eat cow.
How about Sparky stays here and we go purchase a cow for Sparky and bring it back?
Probably want a couple.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You gonna try to get Sparky to stay?
Beryl?
I'll bring food back to you.
What? Yeah, I'll stay with Sparky.
Okay.
What if you...
So,
Yep.
as a few of you go off to go get some cows from the orchard itself, I would say easily enough, Jack, with your passive passive persuasion and passive deception, it's not at all hard to bullshit a reason of either buying them for your own or buying them to send them to family or whatever bullshit reason you want. But
grab
it'll run you
3.
at
Try to get 3 cows.
okay, 3 cows. I would say that'd run you at 120 gold total,
Okay.
since cows are quite valuable in produce making.
No hassle, no nothing, just hand it over.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like just bullshit. It's like, yeah, I want to start my own farm or something like that. Like I want to take them to go like start learning my own thing, whatever. Like none the wiser. Easily enough with passive deception and everything. And easily enough to bring them to at least an area nearby to Sparky, so they don't spot the giant taloned creature and begin to run.
Yeah, go tie him up to a tree somewhere.
Yeah. But leaving Sparky, and according to Misha, who is able to more openly converse with Sparky, it seems, for whatever reason, does at least converse with you that Sparky says that he will, at the very least, be keeping tracks on you guys. How exactly he's gonna do that? Not too sure. But according to her, he has a way of tracking you guys.
I'm gonna tell him in Sylvan, stay hidden. Be safe.
You see an image of him in his shadowy form amongst the trees.
Like the bird, hate Jen.
Yeah, same.
Beryl just gives a nervous laugh. Yeah.
But with a couple hours knocked off, with a little bit more left to go, Ben and Ashton, if you still want to get Misha her custom-made backpack,
Yes.
easily done. As I would say, I'd run you.
Thunderbird, a Misha, and a Frankie now.
For collecting the menagerie.
As we should.
Yes.
You are the menagerie. I would say I'd run you 8 gold pieces for a custom backpack. When you ask them specifically as to what to do with like a strap that kind of like can be adjusted in like very quick moments, so that when she transforms into a wolf, it like kind of broadens for the much wider chest section, and then it kind of like self-adjusts a little bit to the more of the thinner shoulders that she gets as a human. So go ahead and mark that out of that 8 gold.
Already done.
Okay. And with that being said, unless anybody has any other plans before tonight's battle. He is... I actually do have this written down.
You know about the battle. And
Yeah, Vel does not know about the battle, that's right.
Oh,
why
yeah.
you guys are doing that.
Didn't... Never mind.
She is 4'10".
Oh my god, she's so tiny. Wow. Okay. But
Hey, the Deke is in chat! It's a magic bird, don't question it. I don't know what that was for, I just noticed his comment. But, I'm imagining y'all are gonna catch up Varel on the fight tonight.
Yeah. Question.
Mhm.
Since we have a little bit between now and the fight, would it be enough time for me to try and meditate with Frankie again?
Yes, go ahead and make me another wisdom check. You're not sure what's up today, but there's something to Frankie. It's almost like he's not necessarily judging you, but he is expectant in some way, and you're not meeting some kind of expectation to him right now.
Oh, he disappointed.
He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Wow.
So,
But-
real quick,
Mhm.
did Fanilla's character stay female or male after going through that pool a couple of
Female.
times?
Female.
Okay.
I want
Yeah.
boobs.
She decided that
Right.
the stress bags are better than the
Stress balls are better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stress balls are better than an
Yeah.
impromptu whacking weapon.
It's also
Right.
too small to whack with, so it's
It
like,
is.
you know.
It was a little bit too
Sure,
small.
you got the chub, so unfortunately.
Got the cheese wheel.
But as you guys begin to see that the sun is setting, and time comes to the moment where you are to go to meet Norvalor at the underground, you do see him currently just waiting outside of the actual underground itself, seemingly flipping a silver piece in his hand at the moment. And as he kind of sees you guys approaching, just kind of catches it and looks at you interesting and goes, "Glad you didn't chicken out. So, a little bit of a change in plans. Apparently we've got a specialty guest tonight. The arena has been changed just a little bit. It isn't all that bigger, but it is still a sizable chunk larger. Change of plans on who's going in. The wolf still can, which is
No.
where? When did you pick up a child?"
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I worried about if you're gonna put the child in the ring. We're
We're not,
No.
so you don't have to worry
folks,
about
we're not
question it.
heartless.
No. Our other friend here is taking care of the child.
Which one, the dirty one or the pretty one?
Okay, Viral is not dirty, I swear. This joke is not funny.
You get the idea, and especially Dalmar with the passive insight. He's literally just doing that just to piss Varel off. He's like, "Oh, that's druid attire. Hey, you're dirty." And it's like, you're not, but I'm gonna piss you off.
No, I don't want to piss him off right now. No. Anyways, so
Eddie.
what are the changes?
Who's going in?
Oh, I'll stab something.
I think at this point in time with Varel here, maybe everyone but Varel, or maybe everyone but
That
Varel and Ashwin. Up to you guys. I mean, Varel, do you want to fight?
I don't really know what we're fighting for.
They
I mean, we're-
mainly use wild shape too, and if Jack's gonna turn to the ape, that might be kind of difficult.
Shh, overcoms.
I assumed it was overcome, sorry.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine with watching this child, but
I'm not a child. I'm 17.
You're a baby!
I'm not a baby.
I am towering over you.
I mean, they're just short.
That just means I can bite your ankle easier.
I love her so much.
Oh my god. Okay. So, Ashwin, that I asked, do you want to fight or no? You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, fuck, sorry. I would like to help if I can. But did he mention something about rule changes?
The arena has apparently taken a change
Yeah, because
because some special guest apparently has entered tonight.
How has the arena changed?
Oh, the balls are a bit higher up, a lot sturdier, and it's actually a bigger space. It's not a dome, say, anything like that, but it's big enough that if any, excrement gets anywhere, it doesn't splatter the crowd.
Who's this special guest?
I don't know. I haven't been told yet, and that's the exciting part. But if they're big enough to alter the arena, well, there's gonna be good money in tonight.
Well, 5 of us.
Yeah,
Elmer's in.
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Super quick note, before y'all arrived there, apparently Volmer told y'all to, or probably Ashran, to hold on to Fencer's Reach, to hold on to Crescent in the bag of holding, and he's gonna pull out Fencer's Reach instead.
Okay. Okay, that checks out, actually.
Just double checking, I just saw he sent me the message.
That makes sense. Are we putting Frankie in the bag of holding as well?
Yes. I assumed he was in
imagine
there,
so.
yes.
My bag of holding has just become Frankie timeout.
Not time out.
Oh, now I'm gonna refer to it as that.
Then we're just gonna keep calling you Dirty, Feral.
Oh.
So,
It's classist.
as you guys tell him that all but Varel and Misha will be entering into this bout, as he claps the silver in hand, he looks at you with a gleeful smile and kind of goes, "Well then, I'll go let them know, and you all go ahead and mingle about, or watch as the competition goes.
Are we able to make bets?
If you so desire, though. I don't know if betting on yourself is good sportsmanship. Oh, but who am I kidding? We don't care
gives-
about that here.
Yeah, who
Exactly.
gives a fuck about sportsmanship?
Alright. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of betting then.
Are we betting on
Good,
ourselves?
I
I
mean-
kind of want to too.
I
Well, either
mean,
we win or we get potentially dead. So
or we win or we die.
We win or
Yeah.
we die.
You
so,
is
like,
you bet on yourself losing. You bet on yourself losing and then intentionally lose.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Except
I
for
mean-
losing in here is possibly death. So.
I mean, you
I
have
wanna
seen
do
that
that.
they have. What fights you have seen, especially since Jack and Delmar, you guys have been kind of like drifting around in the underground longer than the rest. You do know that they at least try their best to keep you from death. That's not to say that if the combatant really goes for it, it might happen. But at the very least, there's kind of like a fair honor rule about like don't kill the contestant because then they might be able to fight tomorrow. Or whenever their arm heals. That's not to say that there isn't a risk of death, just saying that they're at least respectful enough to not go for the kill every time.
Oh, well, there goes my plans. Wanted to rip some people apart.
I
I
mean,
mean, again,
They could pay to put them back together.
but
Yep.
as you're all let inside, and as you go to the door, and you do watch as he himself opens up the sliding door, and instantly Norval responds with, "I'm here for a special time, with my own toys." And he just winks at you guys from behind as you hear the door close, and a secondary door right beside you that's stone and very well carved inside of it. Carved well enough to get past your passive perception, Dalmar. It slides open and moves over to the side, where you see like a larger room that seems to be almost like this passerby area that has a bunch of like little chairs for you to go to and a bunch of separate doors that seem to go into different areas, one way or another. And he just gestures you inside and goes, "After all, you're gonna be pampered until you enter the ring and spill some blood."
Okay,
fair
so
enough.
this isn't us heading into the ring. This is side room. for-
staging
It's just kind
area?
of green room, yeah.
Okay.
And as you guys all walk in, you see the door kind of like slide behind you closed, seemingly by magical means.
I would
Are
ask
we
Already
like
watched
locked in
Novel
here now?
Hmm?
Are we like locked in here now?
There are other doors where you see that there are a couple other people in this room, but a lot of them seem to be either waiting there for one reason or another, or someone, a bit of like a receptionist sort of idea, has like a clipboard with paper on it that you see Norvalor instantly go over to converse with, and he's not being silent about it. He's talking about signing you guys up and putting you guys in for the top rank match. Like instantly, he's like, I'm putting my team up for the title. I want it to be the star of the show, and especially for whoever this special bout is. I want to see what they're really made of, both on my end and their end. I have faith in them.
So, where can we make bets before all this starts?
You'll be able to do that right before the fight actually starts.
Okay.
Right now, though, you are to be taken care of. Each your own room. Go on. You'll be
Okay.
presented.
Sounds good, I guess.
I don't necessarily want to go to my own room.
I mean, that's on you. That depends on your preparation. Unless you're totally okay looking how you are. I thought you'd like the gladiator style-esque look.
Nah. What you see is what you get.
Well, to each their own then. No need for any sort of makeup or extras. Go ahead and let them roam until the fight. Fens and heels. So as you kind of hear him say that, you kind of see like a bunch of eyes kind of like look kind of confused, kind of like a, well, that's a little bit of a downer. We're looking forward to that. And you see the door right beside where the stone was, another one appears, but just actually leads into the actual pathway, or to the actual black market itself, where you instantly hear all the noise, all the echoes and cries of people bargaining and whatnot all going through. And he kind of just gestures you in and goes, well, go on ahead. And if you speak to the announcer, you'll be able to take any of your bets at the moment. And if you also want to bet on earlier fights, that's also up to you. But no point in waiting.
What are the odds on our fight?
You do have to wait a little bit, about 5 to 10 minutes, give or take, before you kind of start seeing that everything starts to get far more set up. And where you guys get to the arena itself, you do see that there are about 15-foot stone walls, and the podiums themselves have been raised about 20 or so feet, so you can look inward at the arena itself, where you now see that there are spikes, and there are now like just jagged edges of the stone, all sticking out and jutting from the wall to make it so that you can still bash people into it if you want some extra damage in for the case. But you also see that they've now posted up this billboard that has these floating illusory labels all towards them, and throughout the night they have 5 bouts, it looks like, but the final bout is just question mark, question mark, question mark versus question mark, question mark, question mark. And after about 10 or so minutes, you do see that the question marks on the secondary half clears for Norval Lore. Just goes there. And you instantly hear just the entire people watching this thing just yell out in just obscenities and annoyance of why the fuck is he putting a team in? Like, what the fuck does he have in this game? Like, he's not a representative. He's just a gambler sort of idea. But as you watch, you see the odds shift on the side 10 to 1 on the question marks. And that's the moment that you kind of hear so many people almost like celebrate. They're kind of like, we're gonna make our money back. Like, we're gonna win this. Like, this is our fight. Like, this is the moment that Norvalor fucking loses.
So it's 10 to 1 in our favor, or not?
Against you.
Okay. Okay. I'm bad with odds. So like, if I was to bet 1,000 gold, we won, I'd get.
You get 10,000 back.
Okay. Yeah.
So you won 9,000.
Oh man.
I'll put 2,000 down on us.
Okay.
Question, Jack, because you're a finance person.
Okay.
Would putting in 50k be too much? Because I do have a lot of money.
You'd get 100,000. You'd get back 400.
Exactly.
Usually when the odds are like that,
I'll put in 3 grand.
they're pretty comfortable that we're gonna lose. But
We're pretty sure that we're gonna get pulverized.
yeah, this is that's their idea of this is gonna be a guaranteed win for the other person. So I feel confident that we could take on whatever this is. I mean, we've killed a fucking dragon, and this is all over comms, by the
Yeah.
way. We've killed a fucking
Killed
dragon.
those 2 chimeras.
And to be honest, if we don't get out of it, what's the use in the money anyway?
Exactly.
True, actually. So on that note, I kind of want to bet more.
You can do 100K?
That's what I'm thinking. Ash brings up a good point. If we die, what's the point?
How much money
Anyway.
do you have right now?
295,959.
195K.
Fuck it. Do 100K just because it's fucking hilarious either way.
God.
Cause
You are gambling all of it? Okay.
no.
Not all of it.
It's
I still
less
have
than
a
half.
bit.
Less than half.
I mean,
But if we win,
So
we
like,
get a lot back.
if you win,
you also gotta realize, like, the amount of gold we have right now is fucking ridiculous. Like,
Mhm.
if you take the peasant population of a fucking metropolis, we have 10 years worth of their wages and then some.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like, an average peasant, what, makes like a gold a year or something like that? Or
In profit, yeah, basically.
yeah, like, oh god. So yeah, like we could retire to another plane of existence with our own servants and mansions comfortably for the rest of our
For a
lives.
couple of years at least, easily.
I am tempted to bet, but I don't know if I want to.
Fuck it, I'm going for broke. So mine's gonna be 1,575 gold.
Is that all you have?
Hang on, 1,575.
Yes,
Okay, and then we got 2,000 for Dalmar.
I have.
3,000.
Oh, 3,000.
Yep.
I have 99 silver and 148 copper left after that.
Ben, what are you going with?
100k.
100K, yes.
Okay, stick with the 100K.
Also, it really fits with Norvalor's betting style that we're dropping that fat of cash.
You're not wrong. You really aren't wrong.
Yep.
And you kind of do see that, especially when, like, Jack, your number's pretty big, but you do see, like, a couple eyes kind of, like, look at you like, huh, that's not too much. And then you see Dalmar drop to 3,000, it's like, okay, maybe they are Norvalor's crew for a reason. That fan just goes, 100,000. They're just like, oh, fuck you too, Norvalor, you son of a...
Oh. Jack, how much did you put in again?
1,575. After buying the cows, that's my gold number.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
You know what?
Do it.
What are you putting? If you're putting anything. Should I put Volmer's 15K?
No.
I won't.
I think Homer's not betting on anything else. I'm gonna bet
Hold on.
2,000.
Uh,
2,000 for Asheron.
we should ask him. Because him as a person...
Wait, hey, Volmer, do you want to bet your 15K that you have? In
He
the
might be at dinner, so he
No.
might not respond.
Do you want to put anything down on this fight?
Who?
Do you? Do you want to put anything down on this fight by any chance? You don't have to. Just-
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
So-
I'm tagging him.
Okay. Meanwhile, let me pull up the rest of these fights. These are gonna go quick. Obviously, we're gonna get to y'all's the quickest, but at the very least, it'd be interesting to see what these creatures are before these. It just makes this night special.
Do you want me to ask him if he wants to
He's
bet
replying.
anything?
He's already replying instantly.
Is he already fucking replying? Oh my god.
He's like, I have
Yes.
15k? All in, baby.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Okay.
I knew that was gonna be his fucking reaction.
Gambler, he has
I was like,
we
Yeah.
shouldn't have
We
tempted
should
him.
never ask. No, we should not have fucking asked.
Concerned ass face.
Yo, we're winning nothing.
Hang on. Odds are 10
I did. I put that up there.
to 1 against y'all. FYI.
We're winning nothing.
I mean,
Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a fucking
Is
thing.
this gonna be amazing for our party, or this is gonna be devastating
Yeah.
for our party?
Oh, it's amazing either way.
Either way, it's
As the fights begin to go down, the very first one is just, it looks like a separate adventuring party that goes by the name of... yeah, that's the name that I got there. The Wolf Crushers. And you see them all just wearing wolfen pelts. Tomo, really quickly, go ahead and make me a perception check.
yes.
No.
Insight check, insight check.
Misha's about ready to kill someone. Oh no, are these part of Misha's
yes,
tribe?
man. It's just a fucking name. You can easily see with the garb that they have and the armor that they wear, it's kind of like, did y'all just fucking buy that shit and just stitch it all together? Like, that's
They're
fucking
fake.
nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're just trying to sound cool, when in reality they're fucking nothing. Which you can almost imagine that's what Norval was trying to get you guys to do. Trying to get, like, hey, dress up like something fucking awesome. Like,
Oh,
put
yeah,
on a
okay.
fucking show here.
It's okay.
Meanwhile, the other side of the party, or the other side of the battlefield, you do see, is actually what looks like to be a group of 4 dire wolves, all that have been collared and seemingly ready to go. But you also see that they have matted fur and bloody jaws, almost like they were only barely recently fed, but they still seem hungry and snarling for action in some way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna make 2 rolls real quick.
Also, Volmer has a question in Discord,
Oh.
which is a good question, actually.
And the one no matter what. It is set.
Okay. That makes it more. Yeah.
But as you guys watch this battle go on, and it's not quick. It's actually a very decently length fight. It lasts about 3 or so minutes, all things considered. But at the end of the day, you do see that the name itself was nothing more than a name, as even though they put up a pretty good fight and 2 of the wolves do go down, but the rest of them, with pack tactics and being taken to the ground, their throats ripped out and their bodies just torn to shreds, they fall and unfortunately are completely annihilated at the end of the day. And you do hear just several people cheering at the fight, that it was a good fight, it was a long one, it was well worth it, well worth the gold, and everyone getting paid out. With the second fight being a lot of intrigue. Go make me an Arcana check real quick.
Oh.
Ben, make me a nature check real quick, with advantage, because you may know what these things are. Yeah. So Jack, you have read upon these creatures, and seeing them in action is almost a bit terrifying, but also interesting at the same time. While Finn, you have seen one of these things in your travels with your family. You see this large humanoid creature with thorns all across its spine and arms, but it has this almost frog-like face to it, and this muscular body in nature. And you just see it kind of just ready and slobbering for fight. As Jack, you see Hezros have apparently been asked to join in this bout for whatever reason.
Hezros. Out of game out.
Pretty sure you know what I'm amazed you don't know what a Hezro is.
Never heard
will-
that name before.
Really?
I'm looking it up right now. Oh.
Look up Hezros.
Okay, I've seen those before. Yeah, I didn't know the
Oh,
name, but I've
you've
seen the
seen these
picture of them
fuckers.
before.
Yeah, I'll send it in chat so y'all can get like a
Yeah, there's a lot of.
get a look at what these
variants.
fuckers are.
Yep.
Those fuckers. You see 2 of them have apparently been either hired or brought
An
here to
anamorphic frog creature thing?
some sort of extent that looks humanoid, yeah. And Jack, with the 27, you would know that Well, these creatures are demons, and they are full-on chaotic. You can easily convince them to do whatever the fuck you want if you can convince them to bloodshed and being able to tear something limb to limb. Which is precisely what happens to the next group, which seems to be this odd mingling of goblins and kobolds that seemingly have been either forced into this fight or have willingly come in here either for one reason or another. And it is not even a competition as to who wins this fight. While the goblins and kobolds are able to get a fair amount of damage off on these hedgerows, like getting cuts and slashes and digging in whatever blades they have into these things have the absolute strength to literally just rip their limbs off and just split them in half, and it is just a bloodshed just all across the walls. You can see why they made them 15 feet tall, as it just splatters across everywhere. And you just see these things easily be able to start like chomping down on the body parts, which at that point you see whatever master seems to be a another dragonborn of some sort, though he seems to have like hood up, even though you can see the tail sticking out in the back, seemingly trying to keep his identity as secret as possible. Commands them in. You speak Draconic, right, Jack?
Yep.
Yeah, you do hear him command that says, "That's enough. I'll give you your feed later. Leave that to the families." And even though you see them begrudgingly like let down all their earnings and whatnot, they just let it go and walk along. The next bout being a seemingly strange one between two animals. One of them being a owl bear, and the other one being. Give me an intelligence check for this one.
Only intelligence?
Just intelligence. 14. It's hard to tell.
16, actually.
This, huh?
16. Jack of all trades.
Okay, I'll actually give it. You see this almost identical creature, but it seems a little bit different in some sort. It doesn't have as much muscle, yet it still looks almost frog-like in nature. And yet it seems to hold also a staff that seems to have more intelligence than whatever creature was just there before, even though it kind of shares the rather large size as well. As you see this toad-like creature seem to just calmly approach this fight, and while at first it doesn't seem like anything special is going to happen, this owlbear is going to shred this toad-like creature that's all alone, you eventually see it kind of like wave its staff and it starts casting actual magic. Starting off with a fireball, and then starting off with its own mage armor, and doing all these sorts of spells to keep this creature from even standing a chance against it. And before long, you see that the beast itself, the owlbear, does not seem to be able to bring itself back from this fight. While the final bout is between what seems to be two rival groups. It's only two people on each side, but it seems like they have a grudge against one another, as you hear several taunts coming from both ends of people, each egging them on, saying for one side to win or one side to lose, saying like to settle the score at long last. Like this is the moment that they picked. It seems that it's two Arakocras versus two Tabaxis. For some unknown reason, it seems like they have some kind of grudge with one another. And
Tom and Jerry.
Hmm?
Tom and the Tweety Bird. That's all I can think of.
Not what I was thinking, but that's fucking amazing. And while the Arakocras do use their aerial advantage, it is a close fight, all things considered. The Tabaxis do use the walls to their advantage, their climbing prowess, to leap onto them and grab them, trying to tear at their wings and whatnot. But at the end of the day, while three of them fall, it is one Arakocra, badly scarred and horribly mattered, is the one who stands tall and proud at the very end. And it's at that moment, once the final bell has been rung for that final fight, is when Norfolk kind of walks over to you guys and goes, "Are you ready? I'm excited to see who this mystery guest is. Better put up a fight. The odds are against you. Big money in play."
I mean, we've already pissed off
Yeah.
everyone in this crowd, so living up to your reputation.
It's gonna be the best.
How much
But-
you betting?
That's for me to know, and for you to find out. Or not. Depends if you live. And he winks at you.
I'm just curious if you bet more than, Fanoa did.
Does not seem to be giving away his secret.
No.
But as you guys watch as the wall opens up for you magically, almost like a mold earth spell, and you guys walk into your side of the arena, wherein you start to see the announcer kind of like going far more bombastic in this instant, announcing that the team of Norvalor has entered in. Will these 5 bumpkins be able to stand against our one and only reigning champion, undefeated through all of his bouts entering? He's made a surprise visit tonight, and we did not expect anything of the sort, but what you can expect is a bloody beatdown. Please give it all up. Double check.
Watch it be another dragon.
Jesus.
Give it up for Alexis Colnorin! As you hear the name go out into the chamber, and you see several whispers go out, and you see the stone lift up to unveil 2 golems of large size walking into the chamber. One of them seeming like a standard stone golem, but has these crystal-like embeddings all around it, seeming like almost like the joints everywhere to keep it together, while the other one seems to be one on a wheel-like ball beneath it, seemingly like it's rotating by momentum to keep itself going. Gonna take these guys out. Boop.
As it's coming out, can I just go mirror image?
You can. You almost kind of hear like, well, no, you do hear a couple of jeers coming from people, kind of like, "Oh, you scared? Popping magic before we begin the fight, ya baby!" And there's several of them kind of like, "You're gonna need it. This is gonna be a good fight."
Oh yeah.
All sorts of just cries
Lexus?
of like, both in support and against you at the same time.
As in the fucking alchemist?
Lexus Kelnorin. Yeah. Kelnorin. But as you watch the stone behind it kind of come to a close, and you hear the announcer kind of like call out, goes, "Now, let's get going with the bloodbath." Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Remember to click on yourselves.
Been a while.
Just for that, I'm not gonna click on myself, actually.
You bitch.
That would be different from normal.
Fair. Bad rolls.
Very
Yeah.
quietly cheering for you guys
Negative
in
1?
the back.
Does that one not get to go?
That one does
Like
not
ever?
have a good initiative.
So
They are stone golems. They are not fast by any means.
you said Lexus, right?
The alchemist's
No.
name is Lexus.
No, it's not. It's Lexor. Lexor, the great and mighty alchemist of Fur.
Pretty sure it was Luxus.
Lexor. I got it right here.
My notes
I think Luxus
say-
the one in Luma.
No, this is from the journal
The
that.
Lord and Lady tell us this guy has been out there for 2 to 3
Yeah.
years. His name is Lexus, and he was a famous alchemist who was last heard from 20-some years ago.
Because when I clarified with the journal, I have it written here as Lexor.
Maybe I messed up with you. I'm sorry. Ashton's right.
Okay. So.
Sorry.
The notes confirm it.
Yeah. Well, this is my note is an actual item I have in my inventory still.
Oh, my bad. I probably messed up. I might have been around the Luma time, so I might have had his thing pulled up.
Okay, so Lex. Yeah, because this is Lexus the Great and Mighty. Okay.
And then I gotta get Volmers real quick. Where the hell are you, Volmer? There you are.
Real quick, what color is the amulet that Vero has?
It's silver. The gem
Girl, you
itself,
come back to play with us, and we're like, hey, can you just sit out and babysit the new druid?
almost like I could have gave him the chance, and you all said no.
That's why I asked. Like I
Kinda, yeah.
didn't.
They need to bond.
Yes, we need to let them bond. You guys
Okay.
can do, like,
But,
cute talking and shit.
No,
Uh,
literally, I'm like drawing something for them
The
right
gem
now.
in the center is it's not onyx black, but it's almost like they got this mirror finish to it.
Ah, okay.
Oops, wrong way. And then
Damn it, D&D Beyond. I hate this bar at the bottom. It's driving me nuts. We've updated our privacy policy. Click to learn more.
where's my fucking music?
I disabled it.
Bitch.
Oh, bam!
It was annoying.
There it is. But okay, so that's everybody going as Delmar. You were the first to act.
All right. So remind me, what are the rules on throwing a metal dagger in 5e?
It's essentially the same thing. It's with dexterity, and the ranges depend on what it says right there, which is 20/60. Anything within 20 feet is a straight throw. Anything beyond 20 feet to 60 feet is disadvantage.
And if you have disadvantage on an attack, you automatically
You
lose
do
your
not get
sneak attack.
Like, regardless of what you do not get sneak attack on disadvantage.
Okay. Tempted to go for the big guy and chuck a dagger in his wheel and immobilize him.
Woo!
I suppose.
I just realized I didn't specify it. The wheel guy also has embeddings of crystal around him as well, in the joints.
Okay. You know what? I think we're just going to. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Should we focus on the wheeled guy?
You got 6 seconds.
Screw it. We're going after over.
Yeah, this is not a conversation moment.
I am attacking Wheelie over there.
Okay. Are you trying to go to jam his wheel, or you're just going for the swing, or just throws?
I'm
Because if
just
you're in aim
hucking
shot, that's
daggers.
harder. You're just throwing it.
Yeah, I'm just hucking daggers.
Go for it. Roll for attacks.
Because at the end of the day, he's rolling stone, and that's a tiny ass dagger. That's not special in any way, so
Okay.
not even. Once I can figure out how to navigate D&D Beyond, we're good.
Okay. So go to your equipment or
Oh,
inventory.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
The
just
dagger.
had to
Yeah.
find it.
There you go.
Just had to get to the proper menu.
Okay. Yeah, because it's the same attack as your psychic stuff. So yeah, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage for both of those. Actually, wait. Are you using psychic daggers or using steel daggers? Real quick
Psychic.
question. Okay. Both of those impact onto the golem itself, but you watch as they just shatter across it, and almost like in a strange manner, with the shattering of the daggers into the crystals. And you start seeing them fall.
They absorb magic. This is gonna be fucking awesome.
That's both your daggers just shatter and just. You got movement if you want it.
That's why you do one shot at a time.
What was that?
So that's why you do one shot at a time and wait and see.
I am unable to. Oh, right, menus. I'm like, I can't move my own character.
Yeah, out of ruler. Yeah, there you go. Fad, what you doing?
Go in, smack.
Are you raging?
Yeah, rage, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, all who smacks.
These both have crystals, yeah?
Yeah, they both have crystals in line in them.
Do those crystals look familiar?
I'll give you a perception check on your turn. Ben, take your 2 swings.
I'm not gonna owie sword.
You're not gonna go with the Aoi sword?
That's a
No,
smart
because
choice.
it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't want it, just because it's a lot of money, and yeah.
18 still hits. But I need you to roll again, because these are gonna be a disadvantage. 14 does not hit. You at least do hit the first one, though.
Why are they disadvantage?
As you hit the first one right across the chest of the golem itself, you feel a pull to the Aoi sword. You want to use the Aoi sword, but you refrain, you pull back, and you just keep swinging. You want to, doesn't mean you have to. And then +3 for rage. So 13 points of damage as you cut across the chest of the golem, and it just looks at you, not exactly with a face of nature. Jack.
Oh. Jack's gonna take a couple steps up. And, giant ape.
Okay.
With mirror image active.
With mirror image active.
How does the crowd respond to that?
Mm-hmm.
You just hear just a resounding roar of excitement. Everyone's like, this just got exciting! Like, this just got into some real fuck shit territory.
Yep. And I'm gonna make, actually,
7 HP.
I think that is, boom.
Yeah, you still have movement, so that's your action, and you are a giant ape. So,
Yep.
that. Volmer goes Blade Song. He's just gonna go in. "22 hits.
Does he get advantage because
17 does. Oh, that's right.
tactics?
Yes. Good thing for that. That's gonna hit, but fish for nat 20. So close, but no nat 20. 25 and 20. Very nice points of damage. And sneak attack because... Oh wait, he doesn't get sneak attack, right? At level 1? No, sneak attack level 2, yes. 4 to 5. Points right off the bat. Ashrin, what you doing?
Except for that you rolled with Crescent and he said that he was using Fencer's Reach.
You're correct. You're 100% correct.
And he does get sneak attack at level 1.
It is a level 1?
Yep. 1d6.
Here. Oh, it is right there, dumbass. It is. Okay, so first off, return that. 45. Whoops, my bad. Okay. Jesus Christ, come on. Stop being dumb. Okay, there we go. 9 will still hit. It's only a -1 comparison. Nine plus 16 is for 15, cut in half because it's not magical, comes down to 7. And then it's 12, cut down in half to 6, it's 13. As both slashes cut across and they just aren't getting good enough damage, but at least they're hurting. Ashrin.
So I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Are these... What size of
Oh.
creatures are these?
They are large.
I forgot. I was supposed to do a perception check.
Oh, that's right, yes. Go and make a perception check real quick, so they will be retroactive. They do, in fact, look very familiar to your capsule's crystals.
Okay, and I'm gonna relay that over comms.
Huge, bigger, or smaller than large?
Bigger.
In
Okay, cool.
one size category.
Yep.
Okay,
Bigger.
cool. I am going to do Twin Spell Telekinesis. You let me do it last time,
Nope.
so I should
know.
be able to do it this time.
I'm checking something else.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Yep. Let's see if it absorbs that too. But yeah, everyone, I'm relaying to everyone that these are cap spell crystals inside these creatures.
Wonderful. So my
Constructs.
spells are gonna fuck it up, huh?
It might
This is not going to be great.
charge
Up to
and
1,000
explode.
pounds. These creatures are more than 1,000 pounds.
Are they?
They are full-on made of stone.
Fuck. Okay, well then in that case, I would realize that and not do telekinesis. Correct?
Mm,
They're giant rocks.
they are giant fucking rocks. I'll give it to you, since
Okay.
Atlantis does have a weight limit. It's a massive weight limit, but it is a weight limit.
Okay. I kind of want to drop a vitrolic sphere, but everybody's all up in the fucking way. Are you talking? We can't hear you, Jack.
The radius of that is 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just in the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do a 4th level chaos bolt at
17
Big and
does
Ugly.
not hit.
Cool.
But what is interesting is as you launch that chaos bolt directly at this hulking mass, you said you're doing at the wheel or no wheel? I do need to know.
At a wheel.
Okay. You launch it directly at it, and even though you start watching kind of like skid off, unable to actually get any like solid impact, you watch as that magic that splatters off of it go back into the crystal.
I'm gonna say over comms, casting spells into this is gonna give it energy to fire back or boom at us.
So what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Try AoE. Things that don't target.
You got movement and
Either
bonus action,
way.
Ashley?
I'm gonna move behind Jack so that hopefully I can scurry up there.
Okay. It is the standing golem's turn. He has not received any sort of boost whatsoever from any of you, so he can't do much of anything. He's just gonna go with his 3 punches at Jack. Just 1, a 2, a 3. The first one's a hard miss with a 12, because I'm pretty sure Giant Ape is 13, right?
That hits. AC is 12.
What's Giant Ape?
AC is 12.
Hold on.
I thought it was 13!
Wait, actually, hold on.
Hold on.
I do have something else. Ring of Protection, since it could feasibly be worn.
That still meets at 13.
Well, you
And
said
what?
12. That bumped me up to 13 AC, so you'd missed one of them.
Oh, fair. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yes. Let me see.
I can do bend luck.
Well, with Ring of Protection, he gets a +1 to AC, so it's fine.
So he's fine?
Yeah, he's fine. For the first one.
Oh, okay.
For the second and third one, though, which is a 29 and a 20.
Okay.
Yeah, those will hit.
Yeah, then I wouldn't have used
So
that.
roll your 2d20s for mirror image.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Pretty sure it's
Fair.
like 6 and then 8, I think.
D20. D20.
Barely. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it's 6 and 8, I believe is what you needed. And it does rise with every single
Yeah.
mirror image you lose.
6 or higher, change the attack. So yeah, so
6 then 8, yeah, and then now it's
6.
11. So.
Yep.
So 2 of those go completely gone as he punches out both of those mirages very quickly and easily. That's all he
so
can do.
now that I'm
because-
thinking about it, all of his shit fits because he's got a hat, a ring, and a necklace.
Yeah.
So he is a giant ape with a 19
You're
intelligence.
fucking pimped out.
Yeah. I'm a giant ape with the fuck.
The rolling golem has received a 4th level spell though. He is going to. You watch him as he raises both arms together, as he locks together those large stone fists, knocks into the ground. You see that surge of arcane energy boom into it. I need Volmer, Fen, Jack. You guys are within 5 feet. Yep, that's it, because the other golem is not affected. To make strength saving throws. Thankfully for Jack, you're a fucking ape.
Ben, no.
Oh god, I rolled fucking ass.
Save?
Fen, you're raging, yeah?
Yeah.
You have advantage.
On strength saves too?
I think it's strength saves and skill checks, isn't it? Double check.
I think it's only skill checks. Yeah, I'm double checking here. I think it's only skill checks. I could be wrong. It is raging. Let's be fucking honest here.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought-
And saving throws.
Yeah.
Yep, and saving throws. Go ahead and roll again.
Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Hey, there you go.
Then here's mine.
Jack and Vollmer, they both fail. Fen, you just succeed, so you only take half of this damage, and you are not knocked prone.
Yeah, I don't have anything extra.
Because it is 4th level, he gets that many dice. Okay. That is... Jack and Vollmer both take 56 points of damage. As you watch this concussive wave just rock this entire arena, as you see the stone itself shatter beneath the impact.
Was this a mistake?
And then for Noah, you take 28 points of damage. This is forced, so it's not halved. Because he's not actually hitting you, he's just slamming the ground. And then Jack, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. It's not 20 or nothing. Because 28, I don't think you can make a 28.
Oh god, no.
Fortunately not. As Jack has returned to normal form, at least no damage on Jack. But the ape is gone already.
God damn.
And that is all we can do this turn, as you watch that energy from the crystals themselves just
Real quick,
peter out.
would this be considered like a spell that someone could counterspell?
No.
Okay.
No.
Had to
This
ask.
is an ability that they have. No, yeah, no, fair point. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, and Vollmer's knocked prone. Since Vollmer's knocked prone, oh, so is Jack too. Vollmer and Jack, you're knocked prone. Finoa, I need you to make a strength saving throw for me real quick, as this stone golem, oh, says she takes off her headphones. Very last second, god damn it. It is going to try and barrel through and run over Vollmer, but it needs to get through Finoa in space. Hey, Finoa, go ahead and make me a strength check real quick, because this stone golem is trying to roll over Vollmer, but he needs to get through you first. How's mediocre? Oh yeah, raging, yeah. Also, yeah.
Thank you, I'm stupid and got distracted.
You're still fine. 22 is still more than enough. As you watch this thing trying to roll over Vollmer, you stand your ground, and even with your blade, just with hand, just push it and hold it there, making sure it does not get any further. But that is all it can do. Dalmar, what you doing?
Unmuting myself. And then I'm going to do two things. Is it a full action to take out my metal daggers?
That's
Oh.
free action. Technically,
Okay.
this means a bonus action, but I call that stupid. It's as easy to go.
I think by Raw it says you can draw a weapon as part of an action. Something like that.
Once, but then the next
Yeah.
time it's bonus action. So it's stupid. It's complicated. We don't do it. Is the answer.
Okay, so as a player, I don't think this is gonna work, but this is what Dalmar's doing in his panic. He's gonna grab his daggers, go towards Wheelie, and as he's doing this, he's opening a one-on-one communication with the standing golem, and gonna try to convince it to attack Wheelie, attack the unicycle.
This golem does not have a language.
Mm.
Cannot be communicated with mentally.
Well, it was worth a shot. But like I said, I didn't think it would work, but that's...
It's a good shot. If it had a language, that totally would have been a shot.
So, okay. And then now I'm going to take, actually, I'm going to take out one dagger and my long sword. I have a long sword, right? Yes, I do. So my long sword and my dagger, and I'm going to jam the long sword into the wheel as my attack.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll an attack. It is a higher DC since you are aiming for this spot.
Do I get advantage because of pack tactics?
Still an attack.
I would say no, only because of the angle and what you're trying to do.
Okay.
15's not enough. You try and get it into that jammed space, but with it not facing your direction, it's hard to get that angle right there just cleanly. You don't snap your blade. You still get to get it back, but unfortunately. And that's everything you got. You had the bonus action to dash there. Fen.
So, question, because I asked in chat and I don't think I got an answer. Is it the Aoi sword that's giving me disadvantage just so I'm positive?
Yes.
Okay.
Aoi Sword wants you to use it. He's not like forcing you to use it, but he's like, you want to use me.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and use Aoi sword. Can I also... One sec, actually, I'm gonna wait on that.
$22 hits, 16 misses.
Can I use my tattoo on the 22?
You can. And there is no feedback this time.
One sec, I gotta look at what the thing.
You get like 2d8 and you heal that back.
Okay. I
Oh, first
forgot
off,
to
roll
reset.
damage.
One sec, I was checking the thing, and also I need to reset my charges.
Oh, if you long rested, it should have recharged.
It did not.
Confusing. So you get 16 slashing, which is magical, so that goes through. And then the 10 necrotic, which does go through. And you get 10 points back.
Yeah, and then
So
an
26
extra...
total. Well, the 10 necrotic's
I-
right there. Is that not the two?
I
Oh no,
just
that's if you
rolled
get a
for
natural
the
20.
Aoi
That's
sword.
right. That's only if you get a natural 20. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I have to do the 4d6 for the tattoo.
Go for it. 11 points of necrotic, and you get 11 back. Plus 11. There you go. Are you gonna move?
No,
Okay. Jack. Prone, no longer an ape. What you doing?
How many weapons does Volmer have?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Like magical ones, because I know he's been like collecting.
Magical. He's got. Well, he doesn't have crescent on him.
Yeah, I know Crescent was that.
That is all he has. He does not have any other magical weapon. Crescent was the one only magical weapon he has.
Fanoa, did you have like a long sword or something, or a short sword?
yeah,
Touch longsword, I believe,
yeah.
which is strength base.
Yeah, that's not good for me at all. Okay, well, fuck me. Okay. These crystals, how many of them are on these creatures?
They are like within every joint that keeps this thing together.
Okay. Oh, we're going one at a time. I'm going for the crystal at one of the arm joints.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack. 17 does not hit. As you try and go for it, all it does is just shift the stone just ever so slightly as you just dink off against it.
Bonus action, dagger.
18. You're calling a shot. Someone's AC. That wouldn't hit with a called shot. You try and go for it, but once again, all it has to do is just move ever so faintly to just dink off of the stone instead.
And no pack tactics, I'm guessing? Because I am with Fanoa.
You're too far away from Fanoa.
No, it's within 5... I thought it was the same
It's
creature.
within 5 feet of the creature. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, are you going for the wheelie or are you going
I'm going for
the
the
standing
wheel one.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Then
20.
20 would barely hit.
Okay. Yeah. And... So...
You get sneak attack.
That, and I'll also add in the thunder damage
Okay.
from the genie thing. Is it equal to proficiency or half proficiency?
Yeah, so it's 3.
4.
Oh, is it 4 right now for you? Fuck me.
Yeah, we're at 4 proficiency.
Fuck me, I thought that was 11.
So that's
So
13
it
damage.
takes 9 points halved, because
Oh, yeah.
it's not magical. But, Thunder is vulnerable, so take 6.
8.
8. Fuck me, why do I keep thinking 3? I literally just confirmed it was 4.
And overcome him and say, aim for the crystals.
With
As
what?
you hit against the crystal, and you do see that it does kind of like chip off just a faint bit amount of it, but at the very least, it does seem like it's actually hurting to the very least.
I just kind of give a sympathetic look to Ashrin.
Volmer has to stand up. That's gonna go for his 2 swings. He's gonna aim, because y'all send to aim. Not enough. Oh, well, it's advantage, because pack tactics, still not enough. Which one is my disadvantage button? There you go, that's my disadvantage button. Oh, it's disadvantage. Disadvantage, you dumb bitch. 21 does hit. For 12 points. Oh, that's because he has no magic there. For 6 points of damage to Wheelie. Trying to aim for that crystal and trying to crack against it. And you do see that it is hurting it. It is trying to get to it, but y'all are dinking it right now.
Hold on. I'm saying if he had
He
actually.
doesn't have Crescent with him. Crescent's inside of the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he put it in bag holding?
He
Yeah.
did, so that you guys wouldn't come in here with it and on his back.
Yeah. We'd have to get it from Ashrin then.
Yeah, he would. But either way, this would answer the question if he would go to do that.
He said probably.
Okay, so then at that point... Well then, at that point, I'll ask him. Would you take an attack of opportunity to try and get it from Ashran's bag?
Or just have Ashrin bring it to him.
I mean, that's also true, but at the same time, he's in the middle of the thick of it right now. And that would require Ashran to get closer, too. There's no strategy that would have been better if he was here.
Yeah.
As far as you know, Val, there was said no rules. And so far,
Can
no one has
Meryl-
seemed to
can
interfere with
Meryl
anything.
Heal someone in the ring while they're outside of the ring.
You don't know. I mean, Jack popped mirror image before the fight began. You heard a lot of berating when no one said anything, realistically speaking.
Yeah, he's saying when the fuck did I
Oh,
put him in
okay.
Ash's bag?
You
So
said you were going.
just carried Crescent in on your back? Like, I thought that was the whole point of him saying, I'm using Fencer's Reach instead. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, all he told me was that he was not gonna use Crescent so that he didn't pull it out in the fucking underground. But that's what I thought. I thought he was gonna be like, I'm gonna hide it. So we're not doing that. Okay, so retcon, he has Crescent. Okay,
And he's
we'll
gonna
fix
hide
that
it
next round.
on this person.
Ashrin, what you doing this round?
Nah.
Yeah, like, the fuck? They're anti-magic fucking golems.
They're not anti-magic.
They're
just
essentially
really good against
anti-magic.
magic. No, y'all just haven't landed a good magic hit against them.
Yeah.
I mean, you just struck it with Genie's Wrath, which is magical.
That's not a spell, though.
It is not a spell, but neither is Dalmar's Daggers.
How bad would it be if I did Vitrolic Spear, but a lot of it was outside of the arena?
I mean...
Do it!
I mean, if they're that close to the
Well, okay,
arena,
here's
that's
the
on
other thing
them.
the other thing you have to note of too is the fact that these are solid walls. This is full coverage. This is not a it can go right through the wall. This is if you don't hit them within the center point area, it's not gonna hit them. This is full coverage.
What do you mean?
The
So we're
walls
gonna-
are solid. So if you put the point on the other side of the wall, that point is the explosion, and the wall is gonna shield them. So you
Are
have
we
to put the center
encapsulated?
point.
Are we
Yeah,
encapsulated?
you have to put the center point within the wall at the very least.
He's saying the audience is safe from splash damage. You would have to aim
Yes.
for the audience specifically.
See, I thought there was an opening above the walls that.
There is. There is.
So if she aimed above the walls on the other, kind of like on top of the walls, could splash down.
It's a 20-foot sphere.
It is. Sphere.
I'm debating on whether to do vitrolic sphere, but I don't want to off Fulmer.
Or the audience. I don't know if.
I don't give a
audience can
fuck
suck it.
about the audience.
Okay.
Yep.
Just friends.
Fuck them hoes.
I just say do it. Go for it.
Yeah. See what happens. Be their fault for being in the splash zone. It's like going to SeaWorld and getting pissed off you got wet.
I am going to do vitrolic sphere. I am going to spend my sorcery point to allow 5 creatures to save.
Okay.
I am gonna do all 4 of my allies and myself.
Are you just saying fuck the audience?
Yes.
Presumably, they would have means of
There
protecting
should be
the audience.
protection in place. That's not my problem.
And there is, in fact, as you go to cast the Vitrolic Sphere with protection for your allies, as you start watching the spell form in that essence to say just fuck the audience, you feel your spell fizzle out. And you hear the announcer
hold on.
call out, it goes, "Ho ho ho, let's not involve the audience in here. We're all friends here at the very least."
Are they casting a spell? Whoever did it? Can I see?
They
who
are
did-
dispelling magic. You don't know where they are.
Counter. Can I see him? Like look around. Would I notice
With your
anyone
passive
casting?
perception, you do not know where they are.
Would Dalmar?
Dalmar's, yes, but this is happening in the instant.
So does it cancel out the whole spell or just what's
It
outside?
cancels out the whole spell because they're like, "Hey, don't involve the audience. Like, blood and gore is fine, but don't murder the audience."
They should have stuff in place for the audience. That's not your fault.
They do. That's
They
why they
did.
counterspelled her magic.
They should have better.
Yeah, they may be bastards, but they don't want to lose their money either. You got movement bonus action if you want it. Also, I was really asking the question if you were just saying fuck the audience, because if you're going for the audience, they're not about that game.
I can't really place it anywhere other than where it's gonna
why
hit the
they cut
audience.
this arena small. It's also why Norval literally said it's like it's gonna be a clusterfuck. Like the more you bring in, the more it's gonna be a clusterfuck. And even then, this is with the arena expanded, because yeah.
What if you
Yeah.
put it right on top of me? I have evasion.
He does. He'd be able to
That
save entirely.
still hits outside of the arena. I can't put it
Yeah.
anywhere.
But
Listen,
it's
guys,
targeted
I
on
feel
the
like
inside
shit,
of the
and I
walls.
can't do anything else in this fight, so I'm gonna go, and I'll
Okay.
talk to you guys later.
Feel better.
Stone Golem's next. He's got no magic in him. Just 3 slams on Jack. 22, 22, 11.
So roll, hit, hit. Last image goes.
Last one does not go because it doesn't hit you at all.
Oh
or
yeah.
you don't lose any images at all.
Yeah,
It's-
so it's 2 hits.
or 2 hits, but you don't lose the last image.
Yeah.
38 points of damage as they both impact you where your images were not able to capture. Images are not concentration, right? Double checking.
No.
Okay. Wheelie has no magic in him. He's got nothing else he can do either.
How much did he hit me
He is
for?
going to punch Volmer. This
How
one only
much?
gets 2 punches, which is a 27. Even with shield, I don't think he can block that one.
How much did he do to me?
38. Yeah, even with shield, he cannot block that because that lands exactly on his AC.
What about that luck thing Ashram tried to do to help Jack?
Action does have bad luck, yeah. Easily able to spend that. Easily able to do that. Bad luck. Where are you, bad luck on your features? Ashrin. Oh, it's 2 sorcery points. Oh, okay. There, 2. Easily bad luck will make a miss. 23, he can shield that, so that's shield. Shield from
Also,
Wilmer.
with Ashrin, what was her wild magic surge?
That's true, because it does actually cast. I think she's at...
I don't mean to be
Right,
backseat
right.
driving, but it is coming to mind.
No, you're good, you're good. It's good to remind me, obviously there's a lot happening. I think she's at 3 right now. She's fine, she's at 4 now. And that's all Stone Golem can do, because his second one's shielded. Got nothing, he's got no magic in him. Dalmar.
Swinging for a crystal. That's all I can do.
Go for it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Alrighty, scroll up. Hold on. What is this?
I think Dalmar found a thing. You can. Strength.
Can I
healing, so-
coiling? Can I rip a crystal out of a golem with it?
You can see it. It's embedded on the golem. It'll probably be a challenge and a half. You could You could try.
If it's, would it still give it a DC 14 strength save?
It will still be a DC 14 because all it has to do is shatter the snakes. But if it gets locked on, I'll give you an opportunity to try and tear into that joint with the grappling.
We're doing it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna reach out with the snakes and try to rip a crystal out of it.
Hey, Dalmar?
Question, would he have advantage from tactics? 'Cause
No,
it's
that
embedded
doesn't.
in- Oh.
This is not an attack. This is just him like forcing a
Oh.
save. But hey, Dalmar. Natural 3.
Oh!
As you see the stone golem kind of rearing back from one of his punches, you reach out the snake tattoo and you wrap it around the arm right at where that crystal joint is. Go ahead and make me. I'll give you. Fuck. Because this is the tattoo. This is not you, realistically speaking, but. Go ahead and make me either a wisdom check or dexterity check at disadvantage.
Dex at disadvantage or
Wisdom at straight. Because this is you either trying to focus on the tattoo to rip the joint, or you
if
are
I
trying to
do
get
wisdom,
yourself.
Do I get advantage because Kalashtar?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, no, yeah, because it's on wisdom checks. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it's not wisdom checks the same thing. I'll still give it anyways, because I'll say, yeah, Kalashtar. Natural 20.
Yes.
As you tug at it, and while you don't get it to break that joint off initially, you do start hearing the cracks rapidly as you feel both your mental force and yourself pushing everything you've got into those snakes to just go like, just crush that crystal with everything you've got. You're in the process, and it is still locked on, so.
Nice.
Vanoa.
Hi, one sec.
17 misses, 19 hits.
Can I use tattoo?
And then let's see if this gets feedback. It does not get feedback. 16 points. Plus 14. You heal 14. Whoops. Okay. That's 2 slashes. Jack, what you doing? As you now see that Dalmor has one grabbed. And while it doesn't give it any disadvantage by any means right now, it is, you can hear the crystal cracking.
Well, just take some swings at it. First one. I'm guessing that misses.
18 doesn't hit with calling shot. Unless you're just swinging for it now.
I'm swinging for the crystal. So
18 does not hit, 24 does hit though.
9, 10, 11. So that plus the 4 for
Which is
thunder.
effective. Does thunder damage. That is 16 points so far. That crystal is still standing. But you do still look at you like you are chipping it. It is still working. It's just those crystals are durable for a reason. Wilmer using Crescent instead now. Ba-da-ba-ba. That's gonna hit. And that's gonna hit. Oh, it's advantage anyways, cause of Fen. Fisher nat 20 does not get to nat 20, but still hits both of them anyways. 11, 16, 4... Oh, it's 11, 12, 13 is the first strike. And the second strike is just 10, because that stuff does not go there. But with that, you watch as both strikes just aim at the joint that you're working on, Jack, and you watch as the crystal does manage to just actually start to crack on its own as well. Does enough damage to start damaging it. Ashran, at the very moment. She doesn't feel like she can do anything, but I feel like there's definitely something she can do here. I mean, it's a little bit on the metagame side, but... She can have a firebolt just for one shot, not 2 shot. Add wheelie there. Aiming for that. Aim for no crystal, because that sounds like a stupid idea. Does hit. 13 points of damage, which is full. And you do see the magic does impact it, and solidly as you watch some of the stone kind of chip off from the damage. Does not get absorbed. Stone Golem has no magic in it. All you can do is punch punch. 20, 16, 16. Jack.
Let's see if I. So the last 2 miss. Fuck it, we're gonna use reaction for. Wait, 20. Yeah, cutting words in the first one.
18. Still hits. Hey, mirror image. Roll that d20. You just need an 11.
I cannot roll above a fucking 2 on my cutting words
Your
ever.
freaking cutting words have just refused to give you anything.
Nope, it hits.
The 20 is 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Because the mirror image does not cover you again.
I'm down to
Jesus
12.
Stone Golem. I'll say he has one arm restrained right now, so he can't use that arm, but he still has the other arm. Yeah, just gonna swing at Volmer. 26, he can shield that. Shield. That's all he's got, because Delmar's got his other thing in tow. Are you gonna use your action to try and keep squeezing?
Me?
Yep. Yeah. Go
He's
ahead and
working at it.
make another wisdom check at advantage. 20. As you start to keep focusing on that, and you keep hearing the snake's grasp just crushing on the crystal. And you hear just that Keep going. And you can even see now the snakes themselves are starting to dig into the actual stone as if the crystal is now compressing just to stay alive. It is on the verge of snapping. Almost like one more turn, and you'll have an arm off.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was it for my turn. Sorry.
Oh, you said wait, so I was just like, wait, what? Like, okay.
Oh. Nope, we're good.
Fen,
Hi.
go for it. "26 hits. Let's see.
Tattoo.
Does not give your feedback. Don't know, the most brutal swing you could have gotten is the one you got feedback on.
Hi.
15.
Tattoo.
Yep, tattoo. 8. You heal 8. Which I believe now you're at full at that point, right? Jack.
I mean, fucking attack the goddamn crystal again.
Go for it. 21 hits. Five points of healing word to Jack. Jack, you do indeed heal 5 points.
Okay. For comms, I'll say thank you. God damn it. Such low rolls. Plus the extra 4 thunder.
It's by the turn. It says you do still need to cast by the turn, Vera, but we'll get that as we go.
And is that fucking crystal still intact?
That crystal is continuing to crack. It is getting there. You've got a lot of hit points off on it.
Okay, well.
Fulmer did the majority, though, with his 2 swings being the absolute strongest. 23 does hit.
So an extra 4. So it was 8, 9, 10,
Yep.
11, 12, 13 total damage I did that round? Fucking hell.
Speaking of Fulmer, he's going to get his 5 hit points. No one seems to really be caring about that in that instance. 20 does not hit on that call. Oh, but it's advantage anyway. God damn it.
Suck it.
22 does hit on that second one. 11, 19, or 11, 16. 16 is not enough. It's close. It's not enough to break off the arm, but it is on the cusp. Ashran? Fireball. Does hit, still hit. Ashran not being here. Fucking hell. Stone Golem, no magic, punch. Well, that's a bitch and a half. 26, 26, 19. What the fuck is with me rolling doubles?
Reaction at a +2, so the last one misses for sure.
Okay.
So mirror image poof on the
The
first
mirror
one.
image is finally gone. The second one is 24 points of bludgeoning damage. Jack, you are down.
Yep.
But that's all 3 of its swings. It's got nothing else. Big Golem, you got 1 fucking swing. That's the fucking natural 20 moment. That's the natural 20 moment. Are you fucking kidding me right now? 35 points to Bulmer, because he got nothing to do on that nat 20. Ben luck, nothing like that. I don't think any of y'all got to reroll shit. Down goes Bulmer. But he's only got the 1 swing, because Dalmar's got his other arm. Dalmar, you're gonna crush his last crystal? Wisdom check with advantage. 19 is just enough. As you put in that last effort in which your Clash Char Spirit force those snakes to just finish off that crystal, as you hear it just shatter and break off, and you hear a booming roar from the crowd as one arm just falls to the ground. As you see, the golem has now been neutered. He only gets one swing now per turn. You still have bonus action. Because now your tattoo is no longer holding him.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do a called shot on the wheel.
Go for it.
Right, need to be an action. And then that's just a standard dagger. I feel
17
like
does
maybe I
not hit.
should have. I feel like I should have just done a standard hit rather than doing the called shot.
I'll spoil a little bit for you, Wilmer. Even with the called shot on the wheelie, does not hit with the 17. Their ACs are not the same.
Okay.
But,
So I would have missed anyway.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Hi. So first, I want to bring to your attention, Varel gave 6 points of healing to Volmer.
I saw.
Okay, just making sure,
Mhm.
because I don't want him to die, because I'm really attached to everyone's characters. So, smack a smack.
Go for the smack smack.
Also, reminder everyone, you have potions, please use them.
24 and 27 both hit.
Can I use tattoo for both?
You can. $11, 18, 19 plus 6 is 25.
Fucking owie
Plus
sword.
double tattoo is 31. That is enough to take down the wheelie golem, as with both strikes slashing across, as you imbue the tattoo to input as much energy as you possibly can on that. As you watch the golem finally be able, like, with one arm crushed off, you manage to break off the piece of the other one and just push it against the wall as you watch it kind of like collapse in on itself and just no longer moving. Jack, as you wake up and open your eyes, you begin to step yourself back up and you hear a cry from the announcer that kind of goes like, "Now we're all here for fair fun and games, but if you've been downed, you've been downed. Let's have some fairness here. Inside the ring is good, but whoever's helping ya, only so much."
You said
And you
no
do hear the
rules.
crowd kind of like agree, kind of like,
Says the one interfering with the fight to begin with.
Mhm.
I say
What's
says the one interfering with the fight to begin with.
"We haven't done a single thing on the outside. You're the ones who've been kind of getting yourselves in trouble on the inside.
Says the one who
Also-
dispelled our caster over here.
We're not taking the audience out with you.
If they're in the fucking splash zone.
There is no splash zone in this arena.
Kinda
Well,
wanna help
Except
Obviously
for your
there
blood.
is. Also, if there are no rules, why does it matter if we're getting help from the outside? Because, you know, no rules.
That's what
Who
he
says
said. He
that-
said, like, he knows you've been cheating, but at the same time, it's like, you've gone down, so stay down.
Cheat if there are no rules.
On you, Jack, if you want to stand up again. Your choice.
Oh, so I'm actually, okay. So I actually have a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they aren't actually, like, openly stopping you. They're kind of just saying is that, like, they see you are awake, same thing with Volmer, and they're like, at least be somewhat honorable in your cheating.
Nah, fuck that. Guessing mirror
Yeah.
image again.
Okay.
Have that as my action. Standing up. Bonus action. Going to drop a fucking health potion, yeah. If I can find the fucking thing. There it is. 6.
6 points
Actually-
for you, Jack?
Fuck, it's not even gonna fucking matter. Cause one hit puts me below that. No, I'm not using a fucking health potion. Even take one hit and I'm down.
I mean,
Yeah. And I can't dodge, so...
That makes all too much sense.
Actually, wait. Hold up. Shit. That spell that I had, where the fuck did it go? What the fuck? Where did my spell go? Uh... I thought I had... Didn't I have a spell that did the +2 to AC thing?
Shield of Faith?
Yeah. Should be first level, isn't it?
I think it's second level, question mark? Shield of Faith. Oh, it's first level. So, you have it or you don't?
I should have it. I've always had it. The fuck is happening? to
Have
me?
you?
Yeah, because I used it on Ashwin when we were in the astral realm thing.
True. So is it not on your list anymore? Did you trade it out? Oh, I don't think you can
No.
trade it out. I mean, if it's not on there, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, for some reason it was Bless instead of Shield of Faith. Why are my spells changing? I don't ever change my spells.
I don't know.
Would you allow me to...
I would say so, since I don't think you can swap that spell out, can you?
It's a cleric one. So I technically
Then-
can, but I still don't change it out.
You
'cause-
would have. At the same time, I feel like, yeah, you would not have swapped that out. I don't feel like Bless is any more helpful than Shield of Faith.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna cast that on myself. Try to get my
Okay.
AC up. Wait.
Instead of Mirror Image?
Never mind. I can't even do that. Fuck it. Never mind.
Yep.
Can't cast 2 spells. God damn it. I'm not used to that. Fucking hell. Sorry.
Vollmer, since you stand up, he's just gonna stand up, and he's gonna take his 2 swings at the standing golem.
Make sure potion after.
No, don't close. Don't close the sheet. I have too many tabs. The fucking X is too big. That one. Okay, starting off strong.
Just
That's a miss with advantage. I keep forgetting the advantage. It's enough to hit with advantage. 17 to Legolum up here. First bit of damage to that bitch. Now, I already anticipated you were gonna go to fucking flanking, cause, yeah, there'd be no reason not to.
yeah.
And then potion. Where's your potion, Volmer? Potion. What the fuck is your potion? Oh, there it is. Bill died.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, wait, no. Someone popped out and popped in for me. My bad.
Oh.
8 points to Volmer. Plus 8. Actually, wait, never mind. He's not gonna drink that potion because Blade Song fell. He's gonna re-pick up Blade Song. My bad. Nope, that's a
That's
smarter
fair.
move. That is a much smarter move. Potion healing. Astron, just gonna firebolt. Does not hit. And this is finally the moment again where you see it go against the golem, the magic shatters, and into the crystals. That's all she's got. He has like almost nothing from a goddamn cantrip, so that's not gonna do anything there. Let's see if we can knock down Jack right now and then go for Volmer. 28 to hit. Roll that mirror image, you just need a 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Fungus Roof.
Hey, natural 20, please get more than an 8.
Nope. I mean, it's not concentration, so it stays up.
It's not! It's not, but with natural 20, that is. Oh, you don't die. Okay, never mind. You don't die anyway, so it's fine. It was 58 points of damage with fucking natural 20.
Yep.
So Jack's down. Again. Volmer gets the next swing. 16 whiffs entirely. Other golem's dead. So get your ass out of there. Right before that,
20 more damage and he would have been dead.
Dalmar, before you move. Then Noah, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw. As good as that is, that fails by 1.
I will bite your dick off.
It fails by 1. As Dalmar, with your passive perception, you see one man who is completely unsightly. Seems like just some average beggar peasant just in the audience this entire time. With a quick gesture of his hands and symbolage, Finoa goes poof.
So if it's outside help for us, it's bad. But if
You
it's
guys
making
have been
me go
healing,
poof-
and they've said nothing. This man has not acted until now.
The worst part is, if it goes a full minute. Hey, no,
It does.
Vero, go slap that motherfucker if you can find him.
Please do.
Okay, who am I slapping? That guy?
There's a guy
Not
in the
now.
audience who just looks like some average Joe, and according to Dalmar, just cast something, and Finoa, coincidentally, obviously not coincidental, went poof.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go try and find that guy.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage, because Dalmar is able to give you a
we're
much...
going on a field trip.
Misha's so
Perception?
confused. This entire time with Misha, as she's been sitting there on the benches, you kind of just see her, like, with her hands just clawing at the wood of the stadium. Like she openly like has said like she doesn't understand how this is going on, but she does not like how this is going.
Yeah, we're gonna go fix that. Sorry, you said perception?
Investigation with advantage, because
Oh,
Dalmar
okay.
is able to give you a more accurate description. Meanwhile, Dalmar, your turn.
Oh,
You-
thank God for that advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all I can do, I guess, is see if sneak attack with a dagger hurts stone. Because at the end of the day, ripping the crystal out of the arm took 3 turns and didn't really do damage, just inhibited it. So.
I mean, this thing's been swinging more than the other one. So inhibiting this might be also a good thing, but that's on you. It's all your choice.
Alright, we're gonna try the snake thing again.
Okay.
This time, I'm taking off a leg.
Okay. I'm all for it. Fucking force him prone. Natural 20. Unfortunately, and this time there was no miracle that happened. He manages to just rip through the snakes. That's almost pure luck, but hey, it could happen. That's the fucking key. You still have bonus action.
Stabby stab.
Go for it. $22 does still hit. Jesus, that fucking sneak attack. Even though it's not magical, that still fucking hurts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just realized, like, legitimately, Finoa and Volmer are the only magical weapons in the party.
They do. It's to this day amazes me that y'all don't really go pick up magical items or magical weapons.
We don't run into them very often. And if they are, they're
I mean,
attunement
there's
based.
shit in the magic shop's just a fair number.
I mean, they're either way too expensive or require attunement that some of us don't have the slots for. Like basic
That
just
one you're not
plus
alone.
1 weapons, plus 2, plus 3 weapons, we don't run into those very often. And if they do, they've been fucking strength based.
That is kind of true. Yeah, that's been
Yeah.
the luck of the draw.
And I haven't had the gold to fucking buy any of them
Jack.
anyways.
Not needing to make that saving throws, as you do feel yourself kind of like come to a relaxation. Someone has cast. I forget what the fucking spell's
Healing
called.
word?
No, not healing word. The fucking one that makes it so you're not dying.
Just repose.
No, that's
No.
the one that makes you not rot.
It's a,
Exactly.
It's a cantrip. Fucking.
It's a cantrip. Yes.
Yeah.
Volmer.
Spare the dying.
Thank you. Fuck me. Volmer. Oh wait. Move to the left. Boop. Advantage. They both hit. No, I guess the second one barely hits though. Still nonetheless. 13 or 12. How about 12? 12, 20, 19. Ashrin. It didn't get anything from Firebolt, so at least she can still Firebolt. Cantrips don't do much. This is anyways, just absorbs that. 3 punches! Hi, Volmer. Can deflect that. That's gonna need shield. And last but not least, it's 27 or nothing. Lucky motherfucker, 26. Next. He still has shield up. But there's still a shot. Yeah, no, it has to be a wisdom save. Yep. That is not enough. As you guys all just watch, as Volmer managed to dodge all of these attacks are coming in, even the very last one, his shield managed to protect him from all of it. And just a singular instant moment, you just watch, it's almost like something invisible struck him in that moment. Volmer falls.
So these crystals, as the joints, they're about as big as Fanoa's crystal, right?
They are width-wise, give or take, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
They're not quite that large, given that the muscles aren't like that to that extent, but they are coming to that edge.
So we looking like basketball size, beach ball sized?
I'd go basketball.
Okay.
Dalmar, what you doing?
I'm just gonna go back to Old Faithful. Just do stabby stab.
Go for it. 25 still hits. No sneak attack though, unfortunately. 17 does not hit. 9 points of damage. Well, 4 because cut in half.
These are my psychic blades, by the way.
Oh, you're going for psychic blades?
Yes.
One strikes, the other one it manages to defend itself, almost like it's just naturally acquitted to not taking those hits. But the first one that you strike at it shatters into the crystal. Yeah, moving if you want it.
Yeah, why not? Let's see, I can do 30 feet in a round?
You do. You're just risking attack of opportunity from this thing.
Right, and it requires an action or bonus action to disengage, huh?
For a rogue, yep. And this arena is not exactly the biggest, and you're not sure how fast these things move, because y'all went into them before they could come to you.
Yeah, I don't know. But, this was 3.5, I would tumble out.
Yeah, no.
I guess I will just take the attack of opportunity. If I just stay there and take the hits, I don't have the AC they did. Earth shields or mirror images.
You lucky bastard, natural 1. Goes just completely wide for the swing, but you're just too fast. You go just underneath the swing wide. Jack, you're fine. Revolmer covered as well.
Is
Ashrin?
Meryl still doing healing spells outside the arena?
Varel is currently searching.
It's a bonus action for healing word.
It is, but... Does it need visual? I don't think so, right?
I think it's I don't
Double
know,
checking.
it's
If it needs visual, you do not have visual as
Creature
you're going
choice-
around.
You can see
The
within
arena.
range.
So it is C,
not-
unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's
18 does hit. That is still damage off. 9 points of damage to that thing. And that's to move. And it is just gonna go right for you, Dalmar. 2 slams right off the bat. 15, 17.
15 misses, 17 meets AC.
26 points of bludgeoning damage. And it's going to use its last attack to try and just pin you to the wall. So go ahead and make me an athletics or acrobatics check of your choice. That could be beaten pretty easily. Yeah. As it tries to go and ram you into the wall, you just snake your way underneath and avoid from it allowing to do so. You have to go around to the other side, and that makes you go down the podium and go to the other side because he's on the complete opposite end of the audience of you.
oh.
In this moment, Dalmar, make a wisdom saving throw, which I believe you get advantage against, or is it just
Yes.
checks? I always forget if it's just checks or if it's everything wisdom.
Yeah, and you just clicked wisdom that time. You didn't even do the saving throw.
Yeah, that's not
No.
saving throw. That's just check.
Selection.
It is saving
Racial
throws. Yep.
traits. There we go. Okay. Right, so double on the saving throw.
Well,
You
was
want
not
one?
enough. Yeah, go for one more time. Yeah, you got advantage. 11 is not enough. As you hear the ding of a bell in your ear. One that I imagine Dalmar has heard before. Of Toll the Dead. "22 points of necrotic damage as you hear this ring in your mind just ring through. And it's at this point, Veril, as you get to the other side of the stands and you are making your way towards this man that you know for sure is this guy. What exactly are you doing approaching this dude?
That is a good question. I would ask, but I think he's in the middle of something right now.
You do see him like dead focused on this fight, and he seems to just be hands either occasionally moving or like mouthing something, but you don't hear anything come out of him. But there's also a lot of commotion going on too. But either way, as far as Dalmar's description, this unsightly dude is the dude according to Dalmar.
Maybe I'm gonna ask him straight up. Like, so what happened to that whatever Fen is?
Wow, whatever Fen is.
I forgot what Fen was. A gnome?
Gnome.
Oh my god, no!
Garden gnome.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check depending on how you're trying to go with this. Are you trying to intimidate him, or are you trying to go like, hey, tell me what just happened?
Uh,
Oh.
you said persuasion or intimidation?
Intimidation, depending on the angle you want to go with this.
Oh god. Okay. This backfired horribly last time.
13. You see him kind of like just look towards you, confused as all hell. He was like, I'm gonna do nothing. I'm watching a fight, you see here?
Fucking stab him.
Yeah,
I mean,
just smack
I've-
him. Just hit him.
What? I'm gonna keep pushing for it.
Okay, Dalmar, your turn.
What do I do? We're gonna call shot the lake crystals.
Go for it.
It's
That one shatters across. 15 shatters across. And now you start seeing it. Starting to pulsate like it actually has energy in it now.
yeah, it was a good fight.
Astra's gonna keep firebolting. God. Cantrip is a cantrip. Now with energy. Wait, don't check what the save is. Of course it's fucking wisdom save. Dalmar, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Advantage, because Kalashtar.
No,
17 is
it's
enough.
slow. Okay.
As you watch it go to grab you, but instead of grabbing you see this almost sparkle-like form come out of its hand directed at you. And you feel yourself starting to get lethargic and heavy, but you shake it off with your Kalashtar aid. That is his full action burned on slow. Veryl, make me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
Whoa!
Thank you.
As you like keep trying to press on him, you watch him as he goes to curse something, and as he curses something, you are aware that as he's going for it with his wave of a hand, he's going for a gesture. Do you want to try and stop him in this case?
Yes.
How do you want to stop him?
Hit his
How-
face with his own hand.
Turn into a bear and fucking bite his neck out.
Or that.
Does that, like, can I, like, does that, fuck, words. Does it do anything if I, like, try to stop, like, his hand from moving? Would it do anything?
You can stop him from making the gestures altogether, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a dexterity check real quick. And I'll give him advantage because you got dual nat 20s in there.
Said dexterity.
Yeah, just dexterity check.
Fuck.
I'll give you advantage because I have to dual nat 20.
Advantage.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Thank you. Don't want to make this too one-sided either. Jesus, fuck. Give you some semblance of aid here. As he goes to raise that hand, and you do see him almost like he spots you trying to go for the grab, and he tries to move his arm, but you manage to like grab onto his wrist and prevent him from doing the actual casting. But in that moment also, you see the two guys who were right beside him that were just like cheering and chanting as well. The one right between you and him gets up and kind of like body blocks you from him, and he loses that whole like excited grin to just like a dead glary stare. But he's not going to cast that turn. Dalmar.
Okay. Stabby, stabby, make stab, stab. I guess I'm continuing to go for the leg crystal.
I'll give you a little bit of a thing here, Delmar. You have noticed that even when you hit with the psychic blades, they are not working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the psychic blades themselves are not working.
Oh, okay. Then
I'll at least give that to you, because I feel like Dalmar as a character would notice this at that point.
the player didn't catch on to that. So only my sneak attack's been working then?
No, nothing. Because you have to deal damage in the first place to get sneak attack. Also, you don't get sneak attack because there's no allies nearby you. You're not a
Right.
swashbuckler.
So then I guess I go for the double-handed longsword. It's a D10.
And that's strength based. Longsword is strength based.
Oh yeah, huh? So it's either a dry D10 or a. Actually, the regular dagger D4 plus 5 would be better, huh? Yeah. So. Let's do regular daggers then.
19 hits. And does not hit. But 19 does still hit.
Okay.
For 7 points. Cut in half because there's not a magical dagger. Going at it. Ashrin. Firebolt. Doesn't hit. Smash into the crystal. Doesn't get enough energy. Swing from the tabletops. 17, 14, 19?
17 meets AC, 14 misses. 17 is my AC. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, so 14 does not hit. Those are nasty hits.
Yeah.
First one is 24 points of bludgeoning damage, and the second one is 32 points of bludgeoning damage as Dalmar goes
Down.
out. That's all 3 swings. He can move. He's approaching Ashrin. I'm going to give this a roll to Ashrin real quick. Kind of acknowledging the situation. This might be a bit against character, but we are very long over session. Ashrin's gonna raise her hands, kind of like giving in, like this is a wash, this is a loss. And as you kind of hear all that, you do hear a round of boos, kind of like, why are you giving in? Why are you caving to any of this? At the same time, you do hear several cheers just all across the crowd about the victory and the battle that's gone far. Delmar, you are back by spare the dying. You are not dying. And once the announcer calls the actual victor, and Vero, while you're standing there still trying to like annoy the man, even with like this guy standing in front of you, do hear Misha behind you, who even though she's in her humanoid form is growling like a fucking feral wolf, directly like right behind you. And that's the moment that you kind of see the man kind of stand up with a faint grin to
Okay.
his lips.
I'm gonna
Huh?
grab Misha before he tries to do anything. I'm gonna make sure that I'm grabbing her arm.
Oh, Tamisha?
Yeah.
You do see her, yeah, and you do see that she's like only restraining herself in the moment simply due to the fact that you have not done anything yet. And as you kind of like keep her back, you see the man kind of like stand
I'm
with
working.
the like bring. Mhm.
Sorry, keep going.
But he kind of like looks to you and he speaks to the man and like that's body blocking the both of you. And I was like, "It's all right. The fight's over. Cheaters beget cheaters." And you watch him gesture his hand, and Finoa, you pop back in to hearing the crowd booming about the fight being over, with the results being as they are. And meanwhile, you just watch as the stone statue itself just starts kind of walking its way back to Dalmar. Kind of like just picks him up, almost like kind of like a smaller baby. And kind of like just gently places him down in the middle of the arena. Kind of like a point of respect. Does the same to Jack. To Volmer. Before you watch him kind of like just start gathering the remains of his comrade, whatever it is. And just starts dragging it through the opening of the hole as the opening opens behind you guys. As each of them are spat in a healing word, which allows the three of you to wake up. And with the fight having been lost, though there was method of victory, it was definitely one that was difficult all throughout. And as Norvalor begins to make his way towards you all, like just utterly beaten and bruised, with Finoa and Ashton just looking pristine, no damage whatsoever, you still see that you're still pushing on the guy. What are you doing to him? What are you? You have
Like,
one guy
more-
blocking you right now.
I don't know. Hey Fen, what do you want me to do?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not really in the mood right now. I'm very, very pissed off. So,
That's fair.
once again, I want you to kill him. Just like I just want you like, but the time for that's over. So you do what you want to do.
Mm.
You hear Misha kind of perk up in the mountain and was like, "I'm glad to kill him. I'll be really glad to kill him." And
Oh,
Vale, you
you
can
should
hear her
get hurt.
just snarling right beside, like she is straight up going feral in a moment.
Damn it. I had more of a plan and then I forgot it. Ugh.
Pressure. But as Novalor approaches you all very quickly, he claps his hands together, like actually booming and loud, and he goes, "Well fought, well fought. Well, that was difficult. Those were some tricky golems. Oof. I'd really like to shake that man's hand. How'd that feel?"
Oh, we are awake. That's right.
Yes, they would cast a healing word into you so you guys can wake up. But even as you guys wake up in the center of the arena, you do hear the announcer and the booming crowd all kind of like cheering. It's like this fight is over.
Well, that wasn't the kind of opponent I was expecting.
I'm sure you wouldn't have expected to fight a Hezro either, but that was a shocker.
Also, wasn't expecting a necrotic spells on me, but you know, be that as it may, I guess.
Yeah, you lot started cheating rather early. I mean, I don't want to play bias here, but
Wasn't my doing.
The announcer cheated first.
I'm afraid you all did so first. You had your other fellow, garbed as he were, to heal you all inside.
Not until after the announcer started it.
I think you're getting your situations mixed up there, dear fellow. But water under the bridge. It's a loss. It was as it is. You can't win all of them. Though I did win big, at the very least. I dare say, though, as a bit of a pension, as you are clearly rather burnt as you are, I'll cut you a deal. Name one person or object. I'll find it. Call it a personal favor.
I hand him the fake ring. Someone stole the real version of this from me last night. I want the ring and
That's
their
it?
head.
One object. It's their head or the ring.
The ring.
Your choice. Head or
said-
ring.
I said the ring.
Oh, I couldn't. I saw you perk up noise, but I didn't actually hear it. Very well then. And you watch him reach into his pocket and just toss you a silver ring. Oh, your room service was very tasty. And because I'm a kind man, I'll give you one more. You did earn me a fair amount of gold to make up for that job. And then some.
Hmm.
Oh, please. You didn't think I was conning you the entire time? Well, as I
That's
said, I'm in...
expected. Oh, he said, you really didn't think I wasn't doing that, Mike? I mean, it is expected. It is the underworld. The player can't think of a magic item Dalmar needs at the moment.
Well, he's saying person or object. He's not saying you need a magic item. He said that he will track them down and he'll get you information on them.
Well, he already gave Jack the ring, right?
Yeah, and he's saying he's being nice guy because you guys got beaten so bad and you guys are butthurt that he's like, you know what? I'll be the nice man. I'll give you another one. Because I already had this on me, easily enough. And that's what I said. I was like, I was conning you the whole fucking time, so I'll be nice.
I'll make a minor
Yeah.
illusion of Essig.
Ooh, good one.
I need him.
You see him just like lean into it, like real close, like, you want him? The fucking estranged child.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
very curious as to how he rubbed you the wrong way, but I'm not going to ask questions until I find information. Let it be done. Now, the big question here, and this is totally your choice. Would you like him aware or unaware that you are coming for him?
Unaware.
Unaware.
Indeed. Always better with surprise.
He also has something of mine.
You really need to keep a better track of your stuff. But, let it be done. I'll be in contact with you in due time. Possibly. A week, possibly less. I am a well-connected man, after course. But, go on, enjoy yourselves. I'm sure you have money you've won yourselves. Hopefully.
Jack walks out.
And- He himself just stays standing there as you guys begin to go on. I imagine via mental comms you tell Varel to begin making your way as well towards him. But, with that being said, one combat over, a lot of money lost, but Jack's ring retrieved, and now, information being hunted down on Essig by a very well-connected man. That's where we'll wrap today's session, as you guys had odds, you guys had possibilities.